到7月13号是32进16，以及16，
这是非常开心的一件事情。那我们来看一下目前的战队啊，今天的一个赛程啊，今天是4场 BO3啊，有 PT 对战 ST，
对阵 RE。
没错。我相信经过1周，
小初、Pindy、小鼠以及单狗，
没错，
安心、兜粉以及幽灵，
没错，有很多的
新1月，
没错。这张地图也是比较，对，黄金之路其实在这个版本它不像以前那样，它附近的话它还是会长自己的一个触手嘛，会慢慢位移。
ST Hunter going against PT Survivors is going to be Feaster on Chinatown. He's making his way towards Pindy, the first survivor who is the magician. And it looks like he's going to be going around the back of the building, so that's going to be a little further away from this magician. He's able to gain a lot of distance. Hunter might end up chasing Zhao's Shu instead. He is the aeroplanist, but it doesn't look like the Hunter plans to check the tunnel area, and he's going straight for Hotel. We can see that the magician's already made his way to the second floor, so a lot of distance. Hunter is finally going to be able to see the blood trails of this survivor. He's already dropping down and getting ready to loop this area. Hunter is going to be releasing his patroller on this survivor and is able to finally latch onto this magician, and it looks like he's going to be going down the stairs so the magician can't go up the stairs, loop this area, throw down this pallet. So now catching him off guard on the opposite side of this building, is able to get the tentacle out and get the hit. Is going to be utilizing the illusion to avoid getting more damage. Was able to make it to this pallet, is going to flywheel away from that tentacle, avoiding going down right away. Is able to throw down this pallet and make his way back up the stairs. Hunter is going to be following the blood trails. He's going to drop right down and potentially go up these stairs. No, he's not going to be able to go because the Hunter is going to snipe him out with the tentacle. Is able to down the survivor. Unable to mind game this Hunter. It looks like he's going to be going on the chair for the first time, and the Hunter is going to be bringing him to the basement. So that does work in favor of this Hunter. Suddenly things aren't looking too good. I mean, they do have a lot of progress, and if we look, the Explorer doesn't have any pages, and on the side of the survivors, we have the Gravekeeper already went down to the basement, is able to get the rescue. Now we see the Hunter's going to do the drop down hit, is able to get the hit onto the magician, and the Gravekeeper will be staying behind on the basement, and he will be going for this magician. Is able to get additional presence from hitting him one more time, not at full presence quite yet, and the magician will be going down at this corner and nearby this dungeon. However, the Gravekeeper was able to get the rescue, still has 2 shovels left and is at full health, so things aren't looking too bad. We see the Explorer is able to find a page now, except this chair isn't the easiest to rescue from, so the basement also wasn't a very good area, but they were able to work around it because they did have that Gravekeeper. We do see Hunters going after this aeroplanist. He also does have tie turn available. It looks like the Hunter's going to release his second patroller. It is going to bite onto this aeroplanist, and he's quite far from the chair. He does have his jetpacks to work with. He's going to be vaulting into the Hunter. Is going to utilize his jetpack to make his way back into the hotel, but remember, basement is in this area, and it looks like he's going to try to avoid the Hunter drop down hit. Is able to get the hit onto him without recovery, and is able to snipe him down with the tentacle right away. Wonderful job on the side of this Feaster. Is going to be bringing him to the chair for the first time. Pindy has actually left, and cipher machines are looking pretty good. We have 4 cipher machines are completed. The last cipher machine at 30%. The pages have been used up, and the Gravekeeper can come in for this rescue one more time as long as they can prime up that last cipher machine, and it is the first chair for this aeroplanist. We'll be cleaning up the pallets in this area, making it harder for them to rebound. Kite does look like the tentacle is going to slowly start showing the Hunter the area. The survivor is nearby. It's going to be Dango nearby coming in for this rescue. We see that the Explorer is picking up another page, trying to finish up that cipher machine. It's going to be an after half rescue after the cipher machines are primed, and he is now inside of his shovel. Is going to be avoiding the Hunter's hit for now. Is able to get the hit onto this Gravekeeper for the second time, forcing him out of the shovel, but now he can't get the drop down hit. Is going to be able to get the hit while he's with the tentacle and is able to get the rescue. He will most likely, oh no, he's able to down him, but the Cypher Machines popped its endgame and he was able to get the rescue, but now they have to get out of this basement. The Gravekeeper is in his shovel form. Oh, is able to get the snipe onto the airplane. Is now the Hunter wants to get more and try to down this Gravekeeper, is able to down this Gravekeeper, and that's a double down situation after the Cypher Machines have been pumped in the basement. Now the Hunter just needs to utilize his teleport and find this Explorer. Explorer is just going to be pushing that exit gate. It's around 90%. Is he going to teleport? If he teleports, he'll be able to get the... Oh, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to teleport in time, and the Explorer is able to escape, and ST Hunter is able to get that 3-man elimination.
而且跛脚羊的话，其实雄者这边已经算是有防住。
无言的魔术师也可以，然后中场压迫一下幽灵的大副，然后
拖到
PT Hunter going against ST Survivors is going to be Goatman on Chinatown. He's making his way towards the middle where he will be running into UO. It is the first officer. Not your most ideal chase for the Hunter. He's going to be changing targets. Now he's going towards Hotel where he will be running into 2O, who is the first officer. He's using his crouching so that the blood trails will be hidden, but the Hunter already saw the blood trails, is able to snipe him out here and is going to be caging him right away. Oh, we see he utilizes his scales and is going to be able to avoid getting hit for the time being, but is able to eventually get the hit onto the survivor inside of his cage, so that's 50% damage. Now he's going to be transitioning up to the second story. Isn't going to be utilizing that pallet quite yet. He's going to be dropping right down. Hunter is going to be able to close the distance very quickly and is going to be able to cage him for the second time. A little bit of mind games here, back and forth. He does have that one window to... Oh, he's not able to get much distance and will be able to go down very, very quickly into this game. Seeing that we don't have a lot of Cypher progress, it's all around 50, 40, and 30%. So it looks like Dolphin is in the vicinity getting ready for the rescue. It is the Puppeteer. He can tank a lot of hits, but he has to be very careful when utilizing his ability. Hunter is going to be able to cage his Puppeteer for the first time. He's going to blink and he misses. He goes into his puppet form and he is able to outlast this cage. Now Hunter has to set up another cage to try and get to the chair. Is able to get the rescue with the Tide Turner, and the Hunter isn't able to cage them while he wasn't able to cage the chair. Now he's able to get away with only 25% damage. Now the Hunter has to concentrate back onto this first officer and try to get him down once again. So a very good start on the start of the Hunter. Was able to get the scales, but will be able to get the hit onto him, and he will be going down here as soon as Tide Turner ends. And it looks like we are able to have much more Cypher progress. The basement is once again in this area, so it does look like the Hunter is heading towards the basement. Yeah, take advantage of the area location, so is going to be able to chair him inside of the basement for the second time. Rescue is going to be pretty hard since we see the wanted order is on the Puppeteer. They don't have a Gravekeeper, they don't have the Priestess. UO is going to be feeding Tinnitus to this Hunter. He isn't able to see the first officer, and it looks like the survivors are just going to be utilizing this time to get more decoding progress in. And yeah, so it looks like Dolphin and Yuan will be continuously decoding some of the Cypher machines. Yuo will now be leaving since 2O will be expiring very soon. Hunter now heading towards the Cypher machine. It looks like Dolphin will be his next chase. He can still utilize more of his puppet 2 more times because he did use it once. It's only at 25% damage. They are able to finish up that third Cypher machine. Now the Hunter is just trying to locate this Puppeteer. Puppeteer is going to go to the corner, far corner. Now the Hunter loses Tinnitus. Is not going to be able to find that survivor. He's changing targets. Now he's going towards Yuo, who has 2 pocket watches, so a lot of resources to utilize. Maybe not do that Cypher machine because the basement is here, but it looks like he's going to be able to transition out. Hunter once again back inside of this hotel area. He's going to be able to get the stairs. Oh, Hunter closing the distance so quickly by utilizing his cage, is able to get the hit on him while he's dropping down this pallet, able to get that 50% damage onto this first officer. He's going to be teleporting to the Puppeteer next, so it looks like he's going to be changing targets once again because first officer still has those 2 pocket watches to utilize, is in his puppet form, takes the hit, only 25% damage. Now he's transitioning away from his Cypher machine. Hunter's going to be setting up another cage. He's going to go right into his puppet form, break this cage, and transition elimination away. Hunter's body blocking, so he can't make it to this pallet. And it looks like he is doing a very good job body blocking, but he is able to make it to this pallet. Was patient, waited 1 second before, after the Hunter swung in order to get the hit. Is going to be caged once again, backing into him, and is able to down this puppeteer. However, Cypher Machines, we have 4 Cypher Machines completed. The last Cypher Machine, we have one at 40% and one at 50%, so they can definitely prime up this Cypher Machine and go for this rescue because it is the first share for this puppeteer. We do see that the Magician is actually already in this area, and the first officer is trying to prime up that Cypher Machine. It's going to be able to cage the survivor, is able to break this cage and make his way to the safe before half, I believe, is able to get the rescue, and he got hit in his puppet form once again. I mean, it was also not inside the cage, but it looks like he's going to be able to buy a little more time here, is able to get that pallet fall. Cypher Machine is almost primed at 95%. It's looking like the end game situation. The Hunter is going to be catching up to this puppeteer, and the Cypher Machines have been popped. Puppeteer does not have borrowed time, so they had to push that Cypher Machine and pop it either way, whether he goes down or not. He's buying so much time on this pallet. Exit gate at 59%, and it's already 60%. It's looking like a 2-man escape, which will give the win for ST survivors on round 1. Is able to finally cage and down this puppeteer, but the exit gate is open. Yuo is now heading to the exit gate. Hunter's going to change the teleport. Yuo isn't quite at the exit gate. Yuan isn't able to escape, is able to utilize his illusion to avoid getting hit, is able to, oh my goodness, he's able to down this Magician. He's crawling out. It looks like he is able to crawl out. However, Yuo hasn't quite made it out of this exit gate. Hunter's going to be setting up the cages, and it looks like he's trying to make it towards Dolphin, at least secure that 2-man elimination. And that is the result for game 1, resulting, oh, he was able to heal up, and he's up and running, but there's not much he can do. Oh, the dungeon is here, but okay, we'll get the Terror Shock, and he will be able to secure the 2-man elimination. ST getting the win for round 1.
比分是6-4开啊，求生者更占优，看看能不能把这个羊驼的幸运儿秒了吧？羊驼毕竟开局的话，好啊，放完之后自己本体就能跟
PT Hunter going against ST survivors is going to be Hullabaloo on Ever Sleeping Town. It looks like he's going towards Yuan, who is the psychologist first. She's already made her way all the way outside towards Dancing Geisha. Needs to be careful not to get hit by that drown there, and has made her way all the way towards Corner House. Has 2 pallets here to work with. Hunter still only has, well, he has insolence, but he doesn't have first presence. Yes, it's gonna have to get the bombs landed on the survivor utilizing the clones. She's doing a very good job avoiding the hits. Is able to get the black and white bomb onto her so far. She's thrown down both of his pallets, so if the Hunter does end up approaching or getting on one of his clones, she will be able to vault and create some distance because she does have knee-jerk reflex. And she's going to be transitioning to the next part. Oh, is able to finally snipe her out and is able to get the injury onto her. However, she does have that stress, so she'll still be at full health. Is able to land the white bomb onto her as she's transitioning to this pallet here. Does have the dash now because he has first presence. She's going to be trying to leave this area. Oh, wonderful job utilizing the warp to close the distance. Is able to injure. She's trying to transition back inside of the corner house. Double pallets here. Hunter's just going to have to break this pallet because she keeps looping this area and keeps transitioning. Now she's heading out towards Dancing Geisha. There's nothing here for her. She just plans to go down as far away from that basement as possible because that would have been very dangerous to the side of the survivors. We see Dolphins already here in the vicinity. It is the Ford, and he was possibly attempting to get a hit while cheering, but it looks like he's just going to get the rescue. No, he's just going to be able to buy a little more time so the survivors can decode. He's going to utilize his football for a little bit to avoid getting any extra bomb colors on him, and he's doing a very good job buying a lot of time. Now he's approaching the chair because it's almost half. Hunter is able to land the red bomb onto him. Now he needs to get the white bomb, but it doesn't look like he's able to do so. He's able to get the rescue before half with Tide Turner and at full health. Hunter's trying to snipe this psychologist once again. Very good mind games here at this palace. She's going to go out into the open. Now doesn't have a lot of distance. Hunter just needs to wait. Oh, is able to get the red bomb onto her and is able to down her for the second time. However, Tide Turner is now over, so she will be returning to the chair. Dolphin already making his way towards the chair at full health. Does look like he isn't going to be able to get this. Oh yes, he is. He's already utilizing his football, is able to utilize and stun this Hunter, is able to get the rescue onto this psychologist. Now it looks like he has to stick around because he needs to continuously harass. He doesn't have a lot of football left, so don't know how well he's going to be harassing, but is able to avoid getting down so far, is able to throw down this pallet for the psychologist. Psychologist is going to have only the white colored bomb. We do see the Hunter is able to finally get the injury onto the forward. Now the forward is still sticking around. He has very little bit of football left, but I mean, if you're going to use it, you can still use it. It's so possible. It looks like the Hunter is going to be able to land double colored bomb onto the psychologist and is able to snipe her down. Oh no, he's able to snipe down this forward, and it looks like he's going to get the psychologist right after we're bringing her to the chair for the third and final time. Now she'll be returning to the manor, and it looks like the Hunter also has the forward to just chair, but it doesn't look like he plans on chairing. He's going to be teleporting to Fake Gate Cypher Machine. The bot, Lucky Guy's bot is there, and it looks like the Hunter is going to be able to down this bot, get rid of him. Lucky Guy is just around the corner. Yeah, is able to not get that survivor. Oh no, it was a... I'm not sure what that was. Looks like Hunter will be alerted to 2-0 where the Lucky Guy is, since he did destroy his bot. But it looks like Hunter's suddenly changing target. Now he's going towards Hezi, who is the... Who is that? Let's see. It looks like he's going to be able to jump right onto the second floor, dropping down. It was the mechanic. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, and it looks like he's going to be trying to down this mechanic next. Is able to get the injury onto her, and she's trying to transition to this pallet and flywheel to avoid getting down right away. A little bit of mind games here at this pallet. She's going to go all the way around, and that's going to allow the Hunter to jump right over the obstacles and down this survivor. Basement is in this area. Things are not looking too good. We see that the forward has gotten up, but he's at half health. Last Cypher Machine at 68%, and the Hunter is going to be chairing this mechanic at the basement. We see the Lucky Guy's already made his way towards the basement, and he's going to go for the instant rescue. Is able to avoid getting hit. Is able to get the perfume. He's going to get the injury on him right away. He's able to get the rescue with Tide Turner before half. Is able to injure the mechanic right away, and it looks like the Hunter is looking for more. Is able to injure the Lucky Guy. Cypher Machine is primed its endgame situation, but they still have Tide Turner that is keeping the survivors up and going. They're going to be popping. It looks like both survivors are back up. Hezi, however, does not have borrowed time, so will be going right back down, which was the mechanic. Exit gate is now being opened up. It looks like the Hunter's trying to sandwich this Lucky Guy. Mind games at the pallet here. Is able to make it through. Is going to be rotating the color wheel and is able to down this Lucky Guy. Is going to be teleporting to Hezi, but Hezi's already down and unable to get up, so it looks like it's going to be a one-man escape since the forward was able to open up that Cypher Machine, and not Cypher Machine, he's able to open up the exit gate, and it looks like, yeah, he will be able to leave, but the Lucky Guy will most likely not be able to get up in time, so yeah, he's just going to leave, and that's going to be that one escape for the side of ST survivors.
那如果选在左边，选在大门的位置，那基本上是在赌这角啊，倒是比较少见。
ST Hunter going against PT survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Ever Sleeping Town. He's making his way towards Dango. His first target, it is going to be the Lucky Guy because he does have a football, but he's only half of a football. Hunter is going to be putting down Peeper, so he does know which way this Lucky Guy is moving towards. Is going to be in that window vault. Hunter is going to confirm he vaulted that window, will be dropping down and going around. Oh, it looks like he's going to do the backlight trick here. He's going to be able to throw down this pallet and land 2 balls onto the Lucky Guy. Needs to avoid the black zone of this colored pallet. Now he's going to be transitioning away. Is able to snipe him with the clone. Able to injure him for the first time. He still has that football to utilize, and he can utilize it to transition. He's going to go throw down this pallet, but he's kind of stuck here in between the walls. We had the clone's cooldown is now over, so he can start placing them to sandwich him. Is able to get the red-white bomb onto the survivor. Staying in the white zone. Hunter's going to be jumping right over. He's going to utilize his football to make it to this pallet here, but is able to get the vault. Is going to be throwing down another peeper in this area. He may have to transition away, but he doesn't have any items left, so that won't be possible. Looks like Hunter's just waiting for his dive. Is going to be, oh, flywheel, able to get rid of the bombs on him, and is now at an empty slate. Hunter's going to be able to get that white bomb on him, red bomb with the clone, and will be breaking this pallet so that he can't keep looping this area. He's going to be transitioning away, but doesn't have enough distance. Hunter's going to jump right through, is going to be able to rotate the color wheel. He's going to avoid it once again. Now the clone is up, so now he has to transition out, and he is able to escape and kite even longer. What an excellent kite for this lucky guy. Has made it back to this one pallet, but it does look like he'll finally be able to down this lucky guy for the first time. However, Cypher machines are looking incredibly good. We have 3 Cypher machines have already been completed. The 4th Cypher machine at 14%, and a little bit of progress on the 5th Cypher machine. Hunter's going to be throwing down more peepers nearby this chair. And it looks like the Hunter has found the rescuer, Pinty, the mercenary coming in for the rescue. He does have Tai Turner, and he does have the red bomb on him so far, so it's not looking too dangerous. He's going to take his time so that there will be more Cypher progress. Getting an elbow pad right to the chair. Hunter's going to try and land more color bombs. Is able to get the rescue with Tai Turner. Has to elbow pad out of this situation. Is able to injure this mercenary, and the lucky guy is so close. The Hunter's just going to change targets to lucky guy. Is able to down him immediately because he is at full presence, and the lucky guy will be dying as far away as possible from the last 2 Cypher machines. Hunter's going to be able to pick him up for the second time and put him back onto this chair. We can see a lot of progress on the 4th Cypher machine. It's almost primed up. The 5th Cypher machine a little bit more lacking. Hunter doesn't, is able to get that the jump over the obstacles, and it looks like he's going to be running into the fire investigator utilizing his air ball and airbag, and is able to get closer to the chair. Cypher machines are almost primed. He's not injured yet. He's going to be injured now. Is able to get the rescue. With the airbag blocking the Hunter for a little bit. Is going to be trying to buy more time for this survivor by body blocking and throwing down these pallets for him. Cypher machine is primed and popped. It is the end game. Lucky guy does not have borrowed time, so it doesn't look like he will be able to get back up, but that's why the Cypher machines were just popped right ahead. Looks like he's going to utilize the airbag flywheel once again and staying alive. Is able to have the red bomb on him since he does have full presence. Oh my goodness, pallet stun. The dungeon is also in this area. He's going to be breaking this pallet, and wow, lucky guy, he's just going to buy enough time. The exit gates open, the survivors are out. We have one more survivor. He needs to leave. He has left. He's going to try to body block the survivor, trying to down him. Just needs to get the black zone, but is able to get the dungeon escape, and that's a 4-man escape on the side of PT survivors. And now PT gets a win for round 2.
男性这边带的天赋是什么？感觉这样的话，这种还得是底牌挽留带插眼。
ST Hunter going against PT survivors. It is going to be Opera Singer on the red church. She's heading inside of the church. There are no survivors here. It looks like they were able to leave this area in time. She's going to be going out through this window. She is currently going towards the direction of Xiao Chu. No, she's going to be turning to the right. Now she's heading towards Xiao Chu. Okay, they have similar names. Xiao Chu, who is the lucky guy, I believe. And it looks like she will be following his blood trails. Has finally seen a survivor. Looks like they're going to do a little bit of mind games here. Is going to throw down a peeper. Is not going to be breaking this pallet. Will be going all the way around. Going back to her remnant. Is not able to get the hit onto the survivor, but will be able to get it on the second try. Now he's going to be transitioning back inside of Church. Hunter back into her shadow form. Will be following close behind. Will be running into Xiao Chu as well, kind of deterring him from that Cypher machine for a little bit. Is able to get that window vault, now transitioning back inside of Shack, and it looks like the Hunter doesn't have much choice but to just follow him, because it looks like she's going to be throwing down a peeper here to slow down his progress or movement speed. The dungeon is here, so the basement is here, so he doesn't want to go down here. He's going to be transitioning back out towards back gate. Now he's trying to make it to the pallet, but he's not going to make it in time. Flywheel avoiding the hit. Is able to make it to the pallet here next to the exit gate. They're gonna not gonna go for that pallet. Is going to be going down right away here. It's like he didn't have enough distance to make it to the pallet, so he was trying to mind game and go around the tree. And the hunter was very patient, just waited and just downed him, and is going to be the first down. However, Cypher progress is looking incredibly good, especially against an opera singer. So we have one Cypher machine has been completed. Hunter is going to be leaving her remnant in that church Cypher machine so she can pressure it. Is going to be throwing down more peepers here, and it looks like Dangle is going to be coming in for the rescue. It is the first officer, is going to be taking the normal hit, get the safe before half with Ty Turner, and will be transitioning out. Hunter does not want to lose sight of this lucky guy. Will be able to get that pallet stun here, and is able to transition away. Hunter's going to be breaking this pallet. I mean, why not? I mean, it's going to be taking a lot of time to go around, so it might as well just break it so the survivors can return to this area. It is going to be able to get that vault into this very strong kiting area, and the hunter is leaving so much remnant so that if he does vault, that she'll be able to go back to her remnant. But oh, winning the mind games here, is able to get the double vault and buy even more time, transitioning back to this pallet here. Hunter's going to be going all the way around. Oh, it looks like she doesn't really have a choice here, will be going down for the second time. It looks like the third Cypher machine will be completed very soon, the fourth Cypher machine at 64, and the fifth Cypher machine at 20%. So they're still lacking progress at this last Cypher machine, but this is still a lot of progress, seeing that's only the second chair for this lucky guy, and they can go for this rescue one more time. If we look at the survivors' personas, it doesn't look like there's any more borrowed time to work with, not borrowed time, Ty Turner to work with, and so the hunter is going to be pressuring this airplanist, and airplanist is going to utilize his hover, make it all the way to his chair with the jetpack, and is able to get the save before he expires, is able to get that window vault. The fourth Cypher machine has been completed. PT is going to be body blocking for this lucky guy so that he can make it to the very end. Lucky guy, in this time, he does have borrowed time, so as long as they can get it primed in time. Oh, we see the jetpack trying to block for the survivor. He's back behind this lucky guy. He's going to be blocking this area. Oh, Hunter is able to get the down to the aeroplane. His lucky guy also flywheeled in order to avoid getting hit. But oh, looks like the Hunter will be able to finally down this lucky guy. Cypher machine's going to be primed real soon. She needs to pick him up soon, and is able to pick him up and chair this lucky guy for the final time, returning him to the manor. And it looks like it's going to be 90. It's going to be primed by the time she goes to pick up this airplanist. Will be primed before. It does look like their Pinty is already waiting around, getting ready for this rescue. Hunter is going to be able to pick up this airplanist because he's not able to heal in time, but we were wondering if he was going to pop that Cypher machine, but it looks like they're going to wait for the rescue first and then go for that pop. Cypher machine's primed. Pinty's coming in for the rescue. He's in his puppet form so he can get this rescue safely, and now the hunter's going to swing down this airplanist. Cypher machines are popped. They all have borrowed time, so they're all up and running. Hunter has detention. It's endgame. 3 survivors. He's in a good area with lots of pallets. He can just pallet spam, allowing the survivors to open up that exit gate. None of the survivors are at the red church, where they were all closest to. They have to make their way all the way to the back gate, and it looks like he's buying enough time for the survivors to make it to back gate here. Isn't going to be able to transition anywhere further, and will be going down for the first time onto the chair here at graveyard, but the exit gate is open, so that is a 2-man escape for the side of PT survivors.
有点晚了，交通双方保平，在最后是会了184救了一次，牵制了9秒钟。安心这一次，但求你提前交掉越早越好。
对，看一下他技能携带的是什么吧。
空军了。
PT Hunter going against ST Survivors is going to be Anne on the red church, so the win conditions for PT Hunter is he needs to at least secure a 2-man elimination. For the side of ST Survivors, that means they have to get a 3-man escape because of the round wins and the total points. So in order to win, they have to win round 3, and they're already down by points, so they have to get that 3-man escape. We do see the hunter is an Anne, a very Thai hunter, and is probably going to be able to secure this tie if played correctly, or possibly more. Will be able to get the cats, disable this. Oh, is going to miss this hit, and she's able to get that vault. So cats are on cooldown, and this allows the coordinator to transition to the next window. Hunter is going to be able to latch these cats onto the survivor once again. She's waiting around at this window, so the hunter will jump, and when the hunter jumps closer, she'll be able to vault this window. So very good area for the coordinator. Hunter's going to jump, close the distance. It allows her to transition away, and now she's heading towards this pallet. Hunter's catching up, is going to be able to get this hit, but flywheel and avoids this hit and is able to throw down this pallet. Once again, the cats are up, is able to latch onto this survivor. Isn't much. It looks like, yeah, she will be able to get this first hit here because she was stunned and she isn't able to make up that distance. She's going to be transitioning to the area. Very good kiting area. We have a window and a pallet here to work with. Hunter's going to be able to throw down her cats. We have the fire investigators airbags ready for support. Hunter's going to be breaking this pallet. Oh, another airbag to close this hunter off, but is able to stun the survivor because she took that vault and is able to down the survivor for the first time, bringing her to the chair. We can see 3 cipher machines are almost finished, but one of the cipher machines that are going to be heavily pressured is the fire investigator cipher machine. So it looks like the fire investigator is going to pick up his balls because he doesn't want to have no items for a potential kite in the future. He's going to be getting rid of one of the airbags, and the hunter is going to be continuously pressuring this cipher machine. And we see the antiquarians ready here, coming in for the possible harassment, and the gravekeeper is also inside of his shovel. So a triple distraction on the side of the survivor is going to be pushing the hunter away, is able to get the stun, will be able to get the hit immediately onto this coordinator, and yeah, and now the gravekeeper is able to get away without getting any injury. Now the hunter has to make sure this coordinator does not get away. We'll be throwing the cats towards this antiquarian, and we'll be trying to, oh, she's gonna flywheel to avoid getting the cats, and is going to be continuously pressuring this balloon so that she can possibly get free the coordinator. Once she's picked up, hunter's going to be able to throw the cats onto this antiquarian. Once again, they are going to land, and it looks like the coordinator hasn't used her stun gun at all because they are aware the hunter has excitement. That's why the antiquarian isn't pressuring too hard. Coordinator hasn't used her stun gun, so the survivors are aware, the hunter is aware that the survivors are aware, and is able to chair this coordinator for the second time. We'll be throwing the cats towards UO and stopping that cipher from being finished anytime soon. It looks like the hunter will now be going on this antiquarian, waiting for her to stun so that she can utilize excitement, but she's being very patient, made her way all the way to the chair. The cats are back up. Now she needs to get this rescue, is trying to attempt the stun, isn't able to do so. A little bit of mind games here, back and forth, trying to get that stun, and the hunter is going to be able to utilize the cross to bring the cats back, and prolonging the stun, is going to utilize her stun gun because she doesn't have a choice, and is able to down this coordinator. But now that excitement has been utilized, the harassment of this antiquarian can begin. However, antiquarian did take that hit, is going to be able to get the cats latched onto her. She's going to disable the antiquarian's ability and bring this coordinator back onto the chair, returning her to the manor. However, 4 cipher machines have been completed. The last cipher machine at 80%. It does look like it is UO's cipher machine here at the red carpet area, is going to be throwing the cats towards the survivors. Survivors now have to start a new cipher machine because the hunter has blocked off the way to this cipher machine, and it's also a very hard cipher machine to push because it's in a pretty open area. It does look like the hunter is going to be going for this gravekeeper. Another survivor is now picking up that 80% cipher machine. It's at 90%, is going to be taking the hit while in his shovel form. Still has one more shovel to work with. Cipher machine will be primed. Hunter now changing targets back to that cipher, but it's primed, and the hunter is making her way towards the fire investigator. They're going to pop that last cipher machine. 3 survivors up and running, but remember, ST has to get a 3-man escape, and now they're all up and running. Hunter needs to choose one of the survivors. It does look like she's going to be going for the antiquarian for the time being. Excitement will be up in 23 seconds. She does have trump card also available. She doesn't want to allow the exit gates to open in case of an and she looks like she'll be able to jump right to this antiquarian, down her immediately, but they can still go for this rescue. And if you can see on the persona webs, the fire investigator does have tight turner, so she needs to chair as far away from both of the exit gates in the most middle area possible. It looks like the survivors are coming in for the rescue because the win condition is a 3-man escape. They're going to check the dungeon is in that corner of red carpet walls. And now both survivors are coming in for this rescue. The ideal survivor to get this rescue is the fire investigator. Both exit gates are open, so as long as they can somehow get the rescue with fire investigator, utilize his airbag to help the, oh my goodness, is the Gravekeeper is going to be taking this hit here. He's going to block the Hunter with his airbag, but unable to get the rescue, and that's a 4-man elimination for PT, making them the winner.
可惜没操作好，求生者这边沟通都反馈了145救人一次牵制78秒，羊驼牵制了。
说话是打了大副，就他的一个角色还是，
还有超级战，求生者这边是 Pin、紫菜、新手、冰川以及 Yuma。
没错。
那监管先行上场。
没错。现在其实基本
这边天赋求生者这边
很少说家会稍微好追一点。
对。
SW Hunter going against RLI Survivors. It's going to be Goatman on Ever Sleeping Town. It looks like he's going to be first going after this meteorologist. It's already caught up to her quite quickly. He's in this middle. We have another survivor here decoding, but he's going to also leave just to ensure that they don't give any extra hits. We'll be able to avoid that first swing. Hunter's going to be breaking this pallet, so she has to transition, only having one pallet in this area. And it looks like he's still not going to be setting up his cage. Is able to throw down. Oh, is able to get that chip damage while throwing down that pallet. Is going to be transitioning away. Hunter is now going to be setting up that cage as soon as she left the palleted area. So he always wants to make sure that there are no obstacles in between, in the middle of this cage, but is going to be ready to set up his second cage here. Is able to be breaking this pallet. She's going to transition to the second pallet. Hunter being very patient. Going to be breaking his second pallet here. Dwindling the resources for the survivors. Now she has to transition. He's going to set up a cage and is able to cage her once again. She does have her bottle to work with. Is going to be utilizing the wind push and is able to fly with Hunter's going to blink and will be able to down this meteorologist. So wonderful thinking on the side of this Goatman. He continuously gets rid of all the pallets so that she doesn't have a buffer zone in between him and the survivor inside of his cage. She transitions to the next area because he's breaking all the pallets, and that's when he cages her. So very purposeful placement of cages. It looks like Bing Chuan is the survivor coming in for the rescue. It is the Gravekeeper. He does have the shovels to work with. He is going to start making his way because he doesn't want to get that save after half. We do see the first cipher machine has been completed. Hunter's just waiting for the survivor to come in for this rescue. Does look like he's going to be doing a little back and forth with the Gravekeeper. He's out of this shovel. He's going to try to break the shovel while he's on the side closer to the, oh my goodness, chair, but he is able to hit him inside of the cage. So that's half. Is going to flywheel, trying to make it to the edge of this cage. Is able to do so. Is going to be able to take the hit while he's in his shovel form. They need a different survivor going for that backdoor rescue. It's going to be Brandy coming in for the rescue. It is the novelist, and he also does have Ty Turner. Hunter is going to be trying to block him off here. Needs to get that rescue before he expires. Is able to get the hit onto him inside of his cage, but he is able to get that rescue before she expires. With Ty Turner, Hunter's going to be caging this meteorologist, going to utilize her bottle right away, but she does take that hit, so now she's going to be returning to the manor. We only have 2 ciphers completed, the third cipher machine at 80%, so things are looking incredibly good for this Goatman. She's going to utilize the rest of her bottle because, well, she can't really do anything else, and survivors can't pick up her items, so it looks like he doesn't really need to chair basement because, you know, she's going to be returning to the manor. Now the survivors are trying to heal up because we have 2 injured survivors and 1 healthy survivor. We have 3 cipher machines completed. Now Hunter's looking for his next target, going to be setting up his first cage to end up in the middle of the map, heading towards Fake Gate. Does have tinnitus. They're trying to heal up, is able to catch them while they're healing up, and able to get the hit onto the novelist right away. After he was healed up, he just gets the damage, and now the Hunter is looking for more. We do see he's going towards this Gravekeeper. He doesn't have any shovel left, so he's going to back into this Gravekeeper, able to down him immediately, and we'll be bringing him to the chair for the first time. The resources of the survivors are slowly dwindling. We can see the Magician. Yeah, the Magician has 3 illusions because he wasn't near the Hunter at any time, but now he has to come closer to get that rescue. Hunter's just checking the vicinity, doesn't have tinnitus. Now he looks like he is able to get the rescue, and the Hunter is already close enough to cage this Gravekeeper once again. Going to be playing some mind games here at this double pallet. Is able to blink and down this Gravekeeper once again. swiftly downing him and bringing him right back to the chair. However, that does mean the magician can come for the rescue once again because he is at half health. But now the hunter knows the direction of the novelist, so he's going to chair near the novelist because the novelist can't come for the rescue. He's at half health. The magician is forced to come for this rescue far away from his cipher machine. Hunter is trying to look, he's looking for more, is able to down this novelist. Wonderful strategy on the side of this Goatman. So now he's able to stop the novelist from decoding and forcing the magician to come in for this rescue, also stopping his cipher progress. Now he's looking for the 4-man elimination, so he's going to be dropping down this novelist and he's going to look for this magician. There's no way they're going to be able to get their rescue on that gravekeeper. He's returning to the manor. Now he's just looking for tinnitus. It's the slugging method. They don't have enough cipher machines. He's going to check the graveyard area, realizes there's no survivors in this area. He needs to go towards the dancing geisha. Leon is just waiting by there, waiting for Brandy to crawl away or possibly heal up. They're gonna try to do the method where one survivor is gonna stay on the ground as long as possible in order to. So, how do I explain this? So, we've seen this happen in Koa, where one of the survivors are going to try to bleed himself out as much as possible, then he's going to heal himself up. And if the hunter does end up downing the survivor, he's going to die immediately because he's almost bled out. And then the last survivor is then free to go for that dungeon escape. So, we've seen it happen very rarely, but, you know, they're going to try their best. It looks like he's going to be going for the magician next. Was able to find him. Brandy is going to be getting back up because now the magician is being chased, is going to flywheel but isn't able to avoid that injury, is going to get that 50% damage onto this magician. Still has one more illusion to work with, is able to escape getting hit here, but will be able to get the down onto this magician. Now Brandy trying to finish up that 4th cipher machine. Hunter is going to be dragging him closer to that cipher machine. Will most likely drop him, and because he still has enough time, there isn't enough cipher machines progress, so it looks like he's going to just drop him, not chair him quite yet. He wants to ensure the 4-man elimination. There's no step-ups, miss-ups on the side of this hunter. Is going to flywheel to that pallet. Hunter's going to set up a second cage, is going to be blinking and downing the survivor right away. Able to now chair this magician before he can heal up, and it's looking like a 4-man elimination for the side of SW Hunter. Wonderful job.
顺利拿下一个4抓 ，Freddy 在第1回合就打出了一个4抓的好成绩啊，真的非常。
中了15次，快板3个，然后击倒了7次
的一个目标。
就硬找，那也只能去突破它比较好突破，只去注重前期。
RLI Hunter going against SW survivors is going to be Wax on Ever Sleeping Town. He's heading towards the graveyard where he will be running into him eventually, who is the magician. So magician kind of does good against wax artists if you think about it, because you have to aim for the survivor, but if he can go invisible for a couple of seconds, that means he can suddenly go backwards, sideways, left, right, and like avoid getting the wax accumulation. And it looks like he's going to be changing targets once again. Now he's heading towards Pin as his next survivor. It's going to be the Seer, and he does have the Owl to work with, but you have to time that Owl carefully. Was able to throw down this pallet and is able to break the line of sight for the time being, but the areas here, they're very open, they're very straight, so he has to be very careful to transition well. And it looks like he's making his way towards the second story corner house and is able to make it to the 2nd floor. Has 28%. Oh, Hunter's just going to utilize warp. Oh, is struggling to go through the door. Is able to meet the survivor on the 1st floor as he drops down. Is able to accumulate 96% wax. Hunter stopped utilizing the wax as soon as the Owl was out, and it looks like he's going to be taking the normal hit, breaking this pallet here, and now going and rotating back inside towards the stairs. Hunter unable to land more wax. The wax was actually going down now at 53. Oh my goodness, accumulating lots of wax. He has the wax bomb and is able to hit the survivor for the first time. He's waiting for his Owl and waiting for his hit recovery, and then he's going to be able to pallet stun him, buying the survivor more time. Going to be dropping down Hunter being very patient, isn't going to follow him right away. This pallet here is gone, which means he's going to be eating a lot of wax here. Going to have to play some mind games here, unable to do much, and will be going down for the first time. Hunter does have insolence, so we can see he's almost at full presence, and it looks like he's going to be chairing this seer for the first time. They have one cipher machine completed. The second cipher machine will be completed. Insomnia is coming in for the rescue. Hunter doesn't really know where the survivor is because he did utilize his pocket watch. Is going to be swinging and not able to hit the survivor. He's going to go all the way around. He still has more time before the chair is over half, so he's trying to make his way towards the chair. A lot of mind games here. Hunter doing a very good job accumulating wax on this first officer, but now he's finally at this chair. He has hot wax available. Oh, he misses the hot wax opportunity, is able to get the save before half with Ty Turner. Hunter is now back on pin, who is the seer, has another owl to work with, is getting a lot of wax on him. He should utilize his owl soon. Yep, is going to be able to utilize his owl. Is still gets the hit, I believe. Yeah. Oh, maybe because, okay, and we'll be able to chair the seer for the second time, but he does have more time on the chair because he was saved before half, I believe. And it looks like we have 2 cipher machines completed. Now the cipher progress isn't as, oh, he gets hit by the trap, allowing the survivor ZCH to make his way towards the chair. Wow, that just saved the survivors. She can make it to the chair without any wax accumulating, and is able to get the save with Ty Turner. Is going to get the body block for the seer. Seer is now going to be able to transition away with this Ty Turner state. Not sure if he can last after Ty Turner because Hunter does now have hot wax, but we see that third cipher flywheel is able to make it to that window, is able to vault. I mean, Hunter still has time. Oh, Ty Turner is now out, so now he has to be very careful, but he's just doing a very good job avoiding the wax here, is able to get that vault, but running right into the Hunter will be going down for the final time. We can see cipher machines are primed and ready. It's the end game situation. They're just going to go ahead and pop. And we can't see that Seer also didn't have borrowed time, so he would not have been able to get up either way. Is the endgame situation. ZCH and him are at the graveyard area. We see that Hunter's going to utilize warp, so now he's out of trade and he's going to be trying to down him. He also sees ZCH, who is going to be able to block off that window from the graveyard area so he can't escape this area. The opposite exit gate is being opened up, and it looks like Insomnia is opening up that exit gate. Now the Hunter is on this magician. He does have 2 sticks illusions to work with, is going to be taking the hit here. Hunter doesn't have detention, so now he's going for the dungeon escape. Are they going to be able to make it in time? Okay, we see that Insomnia just is waiting for Z. Okay, they're leaving. It's the end game. He doesn't have any illusions off flywheel, but he's able to get the down. Is he able to crawl and make it to the... Oh my goodness, he's able to escape, and that's a 3-man escape on the side of SW survivors.
团界也是非常适合练习的一张地图啊。
这张地不好追。
那就一起。那追紫菜的话，如果说他往花坛去切。
RLI Hunter going against SW survivors is going to be Opera Singer on Chinatown, already in her shadow form. She's making her way towards ZCH, who is the fire investigator, I think. Yes, it is. And it looks like she's seeing the blood trails of the survivors. He's going to be transitioning into the Lion Pagoda and is able to make that window vault. It looks like she missed her dash. She's going to have to walk for a bit, and it looks like he's utilized his airbag to block the entrance here, allowing him to transition all the way to the window and all the way to the corner of this next building. Hunter is going to be setting up a lot of remnants here just in case he takes this path, but he's being very patient waiting around this corner, utilizing this pallet and window. Hunter does swing, but he's nowhere close. It looks like she's baiting the blink. Blink will be up in about 16 seconds. He's going to utilize his next airbag to transition around this building and back inside and towards the middle, where he has double pallets here to work with. Hunter is back in her shadow form now, will be breaking this pallet so that he has to transition away or she's dwindling his resources in the area, is able to throw down this pallet here that he did. Oh my goodness, going back to a remnant, finally landing the first hit onto this fire investigator. He did a very good job in the beginning, continuously keeping a lot of distance away from this hunter. Hunter knows he has an airbag. He's going to utilize that to make it to the corner. Oh, blink! She misses the blink, and he's allowed to transition out, and now he's able to transition towards around this area. Has one window to work with. We have a remnant here, misses that swing once again. He's going to his airbag, is able to get the bounce off the airbag and transitions right back into this area. Is going to get that pallet vault because he does have knee-jerk reflex. We'll be utilizing this last pallet in this area. Is doing a lot of back and forth here, but it looks like the slow vault and is finally going to be able to down this fire investigator, but extremely long kite, especially against an opera singer because she's a very fast hunter. So being able to complete 2 cipher machines is very big for the side of the survivors, because that also means they're already utilizing this time to transition, so they'll have even more time to reach the cipher machine and decode even more. So Hunter's going to be going back to a remnant near the chair, doesn't want to allow any backdoor rescue situations. There was a survivor coming to this chair. Yeah, it's going to be him, who is the mercenary, has Ty Turner to work with. He's going to be able to make that save before half because he does have the elbow pad. A little bit of mind games here, doesn't want to get the terror shock. Will be taking the normal hit and getting the rescue before half with Ty Turner, allowing the fire investigator to contain the hunter in this one area. Is able to get that hit, and he's just going to utilize this time on the Ty Turner to just go down in the far corner. 2 more cipher machines are almost primed and ready. Last cipher machine with progress. They're going to have a different survivor coming in for the rescue, but no other survivors have Ty Turner, so he needs to rebound kite. But the only kiteable area in this corner is that one window, because she already broke all the pallets in this area, and he did utilize this area in the beginning. But if they are able to prime up all the cipher machines, that's going to be a different story. The elbow pad for the mercenary getting away from this hunter. He's still quite far from the chair. He does have that delayed damage effect, and he has one more elbow pad to utilize. Is going to utilize his last elbow pad to get the rescue onto this fire investigator. He needs the last 20% more. Is able to utilize the, oh my goodness, airbag to block the hunter from entering this building, and he's transitioning. The last cipher machine now at 98%. It's primed. It's the end game. They all have borrowed time. He's going to try to make his way to the pallet. Going to be able to get the down. The cipher machine's popped. He's back up, and now he's transitioning to an area that has a lot of pallets to work with. He's going to pallet spam and buy enough time for his survivors to try and get out of this situation. The hunter is going to be walking around, going back to a remnant. I expected him to just take that pallet vault, but he was very patient. He's working around this one pallet, is able to avoid that hit. He wants to have a remnant. Oh, he's gonna sidestep the hit once more. Oh my goodness, look at all the, okay, finally gonna go down right here, but exits open. All 3 survivors are there. Hunter's gonna teleport. Last effort. Oh, is gonna get the stun by the antiquarian, allowing all 3 survivors to escape. And that is another 3-man escape for the side of SW survivors.
追击上面来讲是没有什么太大的问题。
对，
是的。这样的话，封住大房，对。
SW Hunter going against RLI survivors is going to be opera singer on Chinatown. The win condition for SW is if she can eliminate 2 survivors, it's over for RLI. And for the side of RLI, they have to get that 3-man escape. Anything less than a 3-man escape is a win for SW. So a lot of pressure on the survivor side. It's going to be able to stun the hunter quite early on so that he can maintain a safe distance away from this hunter while he transitions to a better kiting area. Is going to be able to drop down this pallet. Hunter's going to be breaking this pallet right away. It looks like he was about to get that window vault, and he's going to loop this area instead while the hunter was breaking that pallet. Is staying far away, but the remnants are pretty close by. Oh, she misses her swing. She's catching up, runs into the hunter, and gets the first hit onto the lucky guy. He's transitioning back inside of this building where he has 1 pallet to work with, and it looks like he's going to be making his way up the stairs. Hunter is going to be able to catch up pretty soon here, but it looks like, oh, flywheels, and avoids getting hit for the time being. He's going to be dropping down as soon as he possibly can. No, he's not. He's going to be baiting the hunter, but it doesn't look like she was baited, and will be able to down this lucky guy for the first time, cheering him right below the bridge. So pretty early down, but it is an opera singer and she is quite fast, so you usually see 3 ciphers around 50 to 60%. And they do actually have 4 ciphers, so they have more progress than what it looks like because they do have that mechanic, and it looks like the first survivor coming in for the rescue is going to be the first officer. Is able to get the hit onto the first officer while he's in his pocket watch because it's a very tight area, and is able to get the rescue with Ty Turner. Now the hunter is back on this lucky guy, and a lot of mind games here at this pallet. Is able to throw down this pallet. Oh, but he's going to be running into this hunter while she's vaulting this pallet, and is going to be going down for the second time. He's going to go down as far away as possible in the same corner. Same tactic as the survivor player in the first half. They're going to contain the hunter in one corner of this map so they can get as much decoding done as possible. Is going to be seeing the chair for the second time. We can see that the third and fourth cipher machines are all around 70-80%, so that's going to be finished up pretty soon. And we see Yuma is coming in for the rescue. It is the puppeteer. He's caught pretty far out away from this chair, but he can utilize that puppet form to just make his way to the chair. Is going to be taking another hit, well, the first hit in his puppet form, and is able to get that rescue. Is going to be able to get the hit in his puppet form, allowing the lucky guy to transition out because he doesn't have Ty Turner. Oh, another slow vault. Oh, it doesn't look like he was hit though. And the blink down on the lucky guy, able to send this survivor right back to the manor. And we can see that there's no harassers on RLI's team, so it looks like the lucky guy will be returning to the manor. The win condition for SW is a 2-man elimination, so now RLI survivors have to all escape. They have 3 cipher machines completed, and they have 50% on the both last cipher machines, but now the hunter is on another survivor. There's 2 survivors at half injury. She's going to be pressuring these ciphers. He's going to be going for this first officer. He's going to utilize his last pocket watch. The resources are slowly dwindling, and having a 3-man endgame usually results in a tie for most situations. Is going to be able to get the hit onto the first officer, and it looks like she's not going to go chair this first officer. She's going to go back to the cipher machines and push the survivors off of them. And it looks like she's now going for Yuma because he's at 75% damage, so he can't utilize his puppet form. Now she's going to get a free down on yet another survivor, Brandy being the only survivor with full health and a bot still decoding. Looks like she'll be able to chair this puppeteer in next to outside of the Lion Pagoda building. I guess that's another restaurant building, but it looks like she's going to be breaking the pallets here, so that's going to be harder for the survivors to rebound. And it looks like Bing Chuan's coming in for the rescue. No, Brandy's coming in for the rescue, but the hunter has caught her in the middle flywheels and avoids getting hit, but the hunter is able to connect the hit right after and is going to be going back to the middle cipher machine where Bing Chuan currently is. It is the first officer, but he didn't. Oh, it looks like he was healed up, so he did go down, but he did get assistance and get back up, so everybody still has self-heal available. Is able to down this first officer once again, and will be bringing to the chair right next to one of the cipher machines. Survivors are healing up, and it's the first chair for the first officer. Yuma caught out here in the middle once again, which if he goes down, it's fine because he can make it to the chair in his puppet form. He's going to utilize both puppets right away so that he can tank some hit. Isn't able to get the rescue though. Oh, it sees we have the mechanics bot coming in for the rescue, but we'll be going down, and we'll utilize this attack recovery time to get the rescue on the first officer, and the terror shock onto the puppeteer will be going down. Once again, will be the second chair, but the hunter is concentrating on the cipher machine progress, which does seem like a good idea, and is trying to get the hit onto this mechanic. Is able to throw down this pallet. The mechanic's vault's very slow, so she can just bait this mechanic a little bit, and we'll be able to get the hit onto the mechanic. It looks like Yuma is trying to heal up. Hunter's going to go back to the puppeteer before he heals up, and is he going to be able to? No, he's not going to be able to get up, so he'll be on the chair for the second time around the middle of this map where both last cipher machines are. So it looks like now the hunter is continuously checking these cipher machines, making sure that they aren't wiggling, and the survivors aren't even able to approach the cipher machines. Like, look at we have Brandy, she's at 75%. damage, and we have the first officer also at half damage, so things are looking incredibly dangerous for the side of the survivors. They have to get this rescue because they need to get that 3-man escape, but they're running out of resources. It's like Brandy's gonna go down for the survivors. They're gonna get a backdoor save by the first officer, but the hunter is just gonna catch up right to the first officer, is able to elbow pad away, and now it looks like he needs to buy enough time for the mechanic to get back up. Hunter is going to return to the middle because he doesn't want to allow the survivors to prime up these last 2 cipher machines, and they're doing a very good job. Is able to avoid the hit, is able to utilize his puppet form. Hunter now going back towards the middle where the mechanic currently is finally able to utilize her self-heal, but now she doesn't have self-heal, so she can just hit the survivor and concentrate on the other survivors. And she also went down near the cipher machines, which the hunter will keep going back and forth to, so looking very dangerous for the survivor side. Now the hunter is back on this blink hit and is able to down this puppeteer. He does have self-heal, but he'll be returning to the manor if he's chair. So now the hunter, not in too much of a hurry, is going to be going for this first officer next. Oh my goodness, is able to get that terror shock ball, the slow vault on the first officer. Going to be going back towards the puppeteer. Already knows the mechanic can't get up, so he's going to send the puppeteer back to the manor. Then she's going to go for the first officer and then the mechanic. It doesn't look like the mechanic's bot also was sacrificed when they were going for the rescue for that first officer. Now the hunter's going towards the first officer, will be breaking this pallet instead of having to go around. He's able to self-heal, but will be going down immediately. And that's a 4-man elimination for the side of SW. They will be winning this matchup and they will be able to continue up on the tournament.
蓝地亏了241救人1次，治疗1次，擒止了47秒。熟练度也是非常的高嘛。歌剧这样的角色还是比较的受大家青睐嘛。
是阿迪的成员介绍，
真的就是相信自家监管者能够去突破对手，然后我们就是
如果说机械师放外面的话，感觉他的真会去踢墙进行破译的吧，对吧？你3连正门3连有上了。
RLI Hunter going against Alex survivors is going to be the Goatman on red shirt. He's making his way towards every knight, who is the knight. So very good nickname for this character that plays the knight, and it looks like he's going to be ready to set up a cage anytime now. Around the wall areas is going to just be taking that. Oh, it's not the knight, it's the lucky guy, and it looks like he is able to get that chip hit onto the lucky guy in the beginning. But this area is not very good against Goatman because he's going to have a buffer zone in the middle between the hunter and the survivor, so that could actually benefit the survivors more. It does have this window to work with. Oh my goodness! The terror shock! Able to down this lucky guy right away, incredibly early down, seeing that the cipher progress is incredibly low. We also do have the we have the mechanic's bot also working on that cipher machine, but just to keep going back between her main body and bot so that progress isn't going to be too much. Hunter's going to be able to get the hit onto the knight right away inside of his cage, so that's 50% damage. Oh my goodness! Second cage able to down this knight. He wasn't even able to make it to the chair. Now we see that another survivor is in this area getting ready for the rescue. It is the doctor. She's a little bit hesitant here, doesn't want to give the terror shock, is able to get the rescue before half, which is great considering the hunter just downed the knight in front of the chair. Is going to be taking the hit for the lucky guy as well. Now the hunter is going for this lucky guy and is going to be able to down him with this cage. Once again, cipher progress looking not very good. Second chair, the knight is down. Thankfully the doctor can just heal herself, so that's not too much of an issue, but yeah, not a lot of cipher progress. The only good thing is that they have a bot, so they still have an extra survivor decoding, but it's already the second chair and the knight is on the ground. The doctor's coming in for the rescue. Thankfully she's close by, is going to be healing the knight up so he doesn't utilize his self-heal. Hunter's going to hit the knight right away and is able to down the knight once again. Hunter's going to cage both. All the lucky guy has been caged and down once again. The doctor just healing in front of this hunter is going to be able to pick up this lucky guy. Unfortunately, she is not able to get the stun onto this hunter, so it looks like she's just going to take the hit so he doesn't have to break the cage. Oh my goodness! Okay, the lucky guy is going to go back to the manor. Now the hunter is picking up this knight. This doctor is just standing nearby. Maybe I don't know if this is the best idea. First chair for the night, one survivor back to the manor. Now the hunter is on this doctor right away. She's healed herself up back to 100% health. We have the first cipher machine popping. The second cipher machine will pop very soon. Hunter setting up a cage and waiting for this rescue. Is going to be taking that normal hit. Will be able to get that save before half. And the doctor is once again just standing there healing up. We see the helmet predictions on the side of the Knight is going to be just taking that hit as the doctor, and it looks like the hunter is trying to get a blink down onto the doctor, downing this doctor next. And they're just going to be taking turns on this chair, and the Knight is at half health. Now it's going to be a little more difficult to heal up unless the Knight goes towards the mechanic spot. Then he can get that heal, but he's not. Yeah, he is going in that direction. Now the mechanic has to come in for this rescue because she's the only survivor at full health. But now who's decoding? Nobody is decoding. We'll be taking that hit inside of the cage. Once again, 50% damage on the survivor. Backstab. She's caged, not in front of this. Oh my goodness, is going to be able to take that 25% damage. She was able to break that cage, so only taking the chip damage. Now the doctor is trying to heal up once again. Is going to be able to take a hit. Let's see. No, she did not. I'm not sure. Or he did, and she healed up. It looks like she's able to finally get the pallet stun onto this hunter, but doesn't look like the Knight was healed up, so everyone's damaged except the doctor because she's just healing in front of this hunter. And it looks like the hunter is able to down this mechanic next. They are taking turns on the chair, so that's one thing that's working in favor of the survivors. But the doctor just isn't decoded. He just keeps healing in front of this hunter and keeps getting down, taking turns. But the cipher progress, only 2 ciphers, and everyone has taken. Oh, it looks like the Knight has been finally healed up by the mechanic's bot, and the doctor is coming in for the rescue once again. Blink will be up in 10 seconds. Hunter's being very patient. Will be taking the normal hit inside of the cage, so 50% damage onto the doctor. Now the hunter is back on this mechanic. I don't think he really wants to go after this doctor who keeps healing herself, so is able to down this mechanic right away, but she was rescued before half. We can see the doctor just at the statue area and just healing herself, getting ready for the rescue once again. Another chip damage onto the doctor. Will be carrying the mechanic for the second time. The doctor just playing around at this pallet. Hunter is just going to be destroying all these pallets, making it hard for her to maneuver her way around. Is able to get the rescue onto the mechanic, but downing the mechanic immediately. Is force healing, but they don't have enough cipher machines for the end game situation. Is able to pick up the mechanic and send her right back to the manor. Now the hunter is going to change the teleport and teleport to the Knight cipher machine. They were able to finish up 3 ciphers, but they're still lacking in the last 2 cipher machines. He's being very patient here and is doing the very back and forth. Is able to avoid getting hit for the time being, but is able to finally land a hit onto the Knight at 50%. The doctor is finally decoding, and it looks like the hunter is able to get another chip damage onto this Knight, and the Knight is just waiting around here at this pallet, prepared for when he's caged, but isn't able to get that opportunity because he'll be going down once again. He still has self-heal, so that's one thing that works in favor for this Knight. But now the hunter is back on this doctor, who is once again at full health, but unable to prime up and finish up a cipher machine. It looks like she's going to be waiting around here at this pallet. Hunter is going to be setting up a cage, is able to get that half damage onto this doctor. Doctor once again just healing in front of this hunter, is going to be taking that 25% damage, and it looks like the hunter is just going to set up another cage. She avoids getting hit and is able to down this doctor, so the Knight is at 97% health, so he can get up at any time. Hunter is going to be bringing this doctor as close as possible to this Knight. It is going to be her second chair, so if he does just plan to, no, he wants to ensure that he can get that 4-man elimination. So she's gonna start utilizing the slugging method. He has to look for the Knight, and it does look like he ends up seeing the Knight here nearby the walls in shack, and we'll be picking him up. And oh, is he just gonna chair him? Yeah, I guess he has enough time. I mean, doctor can heal up pretty fast, but we'll see. It looks like he's gonna be setting up a cage here, and we'll be able to cage this doctor. So as soon as she gets up, she's inside of this cage doing a lot of back and forth here, is able to down this doctor, and now she doesn't have self-heal. RD getting that 4-man elimination.
都算是挺克救人的角色。
Alex Hunter going against RD survivors. It's going to be the clerk on the red church. She's making her way towards the second story where we don't see a survivor currently. We just saw someone dropping down from the second story. It doesn't look like the hunter was able to see the blood trails, and now she's gonna have to drop down looking for this survivor once again. And he's at birdcage area. She's going in the wrong direction. Now she's heading towards the birdcage, gonna try and pressure those cipher machines. Now she's just gonna have to go for Zhang Kai because she can't find Nokino, who was actually inside of the hospital. She is going to be going for the first officer. He has 2 pocket watches to utilize, is going to be utilizing it in the beginning, isn't able to get this hit onto him at the beginning, is going to be able to pop his pocket watch for the second time. Hunter trying to find him with the recording, isn't able to do so. Now he's making his way inside of birdcage where he does have Nokino there. His teammate is going to get the doggy bite onto the survivor as the doggy gets recalled to the postman, and now Hunter is going to go for this postman next. It looks like she is finally able to find him after chasing a different survivor and then running into each other inside of birdcage, so that is kind of pushing them off of these cipher machines. And yeah, oh blink, but she misses, it doesn't go through. So now Nokino able to buy so much more time. Now he's running into CY cipher machine. That could be a little problematic, but as long as they rotate and Nokino can kite for long enough, it's not going to be an issue because all the survivors want to kite in this area. This is a very strong area, has lots of pallets and lots of good windows to really lengthen your kite. And if you're able to get that advantage, as long as they're able to get enough cipher progress, it looks like he is able to mind game here at the window, and is able to transition back out once again, running into CY cipher machine. You know, as long as he's okay with it, he's going to be able to get the doggy bite onto the hunter once again. Hunter changing targets to CY next, unable to getting a hit onto a single survivor, is going to utilize his first illusion to block off that area. Wasn't able to utilize that vault to block off CY, and he's back transitioning once again. Hunter's going to be recording the cipher machines, trying not to give too much cipher progress to the survivors, but still unable to land a single hit onto the survivors. Unfortunately, unable to get the hit once again. Another illusion blocking the hunter's pathway, walking backwards to trick him, but is able to make it to this pallet. He is just going to walk right through Hunter swinging at this pallet because she doesn't want to get that pallet stuck, but is buying so much time for his teammates. No hit onto any of the survivors. 2 cipher machines completed. Is going to finally be taking his first hit here at this pallet. It looks like the hunter's going to be recording the birdcage cipher machine. Now he's heading inside of birdcage and going to utilize this transition. Another doggy bite by the postman, assisting the kite once again. Hunter's going to be walking backwards, trying to catch CY off of guard, and it does look like he was able to run into him, but we got the body block of the postman coming in, and she's gonna swing. She's not gonna hit either of them. Now they have a pallet to work with. She's gonna be walking right through this pallet. They weren't able to throw it down, but she's back on CY, who is the injured survivor. Is gonna utilize his last illusion to block off that area. Isn't able to make it all the way to this pallet. Hunter is gonna record this survivor, so if he throws it down, is finally able to down her first survivor. But the 4th cipher machine is gonna pop very soon, and the last cipher machine at 64%, and this is the first chair. She only has first presence. So phenomenal job on the side of the survivors. Just able to continuously, it looked like it could have been dangerous because they kept kiting towards each other's cipher machine, but they were able to rotate and work with it, allowing them to take turns kiting, utilizing each of their items. Is going to be able to get that rescue onto the magician. Hunter is now swinging at the acrobat for a second. Now he's back on the magician, but we see Nokino is body blocking for this magician, trying to get that cipher machine primed. It's at 10%. It looks like the postman will be going down instead. Hunter will just have to chair this postman next, and the cipher machine at 85%. It's the end game situation, and it looks like the acrobat is nearby. Hunter is going to be recording one of the survivors at birdcage, but they could just switch out, and it looks like it's at 88% at the moment. Hunter now going towards CY. No, she's going to be going back inside of birdcage and trying to stop this cipher from being finished up. We did get that backdoor rescue onto the postman, and now she's trying to down the first officer, but he's still at full health, not anymore. but it does give the survivors more time. Now they're healing up and getting ready for the endgame situation. None of the survivors are even close by birdcage. They're actually starting 2 new cipher machines in order to divert the hunter's attention and stop the recording, because if they get the recording, she can actually pop the cipher machines at an undesired time, and that could really mess with the strategies of the survivors. And so it looks like the hunter is now going back to CY. He's in not a very good area here in this corner, but that is forcing the hunter to go after the survivor, which allows them to prime up that birdcage cipher machine. Is going to go get that window vault, but he's going to be able to catch up. Oh, we got the bomb by the acrobat. Now he's body blocking. He is able to snipe the CY, the magician, and is able to take him down. However, cipher machines are being primed up. It's at 97%. They just need to make sure not to give any recordings to this hunter. That way they'll be able to, oh, they're just going to pop that cipher machine. Interesting. And CY still has time on the chair because he was saved before half. Now it looks like they're splitting up. One person each on one cipher machine, exit gate, and it looks like one person possibly feeding tinnitus, so the hunter can't leave this chair area. And they're opening up one of the, we see the acrobat is backdoor save on the acrobat, is able to get the save off of CY, and now the survivors are all up and running. Hunter blinks and tries to down the survivors as quickly as possible. Is going to be able to get the acrobat down, but the exit gate is being opened up now. Both exit gates are being opened up. Hunter can only record one of the exit gates. CY is running towards the shack area. It's able to get that vault, and then Hunter will be able to utilize that recording and down CY. CY is now going to be returning to the manor, but the front gate is now open, so all 3 survivors are going to start heading towards that gate. And the dungeon is, I did see it somewhere, not sure where now. We see the first officer was trying to help the acrobat get back up, but it doesn't look like the acrobat is going to be getting up now. He has 2 bombs to utilize. Hunter's going to get a hitting recording, and it looks like all the survivors are trying to support this acrobat and get him towards safety. Is able to get another doggy bite by the postman. Amazing job with his little mini stuns and slowing down this hunter. Is going to be able to utilize his bombs. Is going to be able to avoid it. Is going to be able to use his mud bomb and avoid getting hit for the time being. Is able to get that pallet vault. Oh, we have a recording, and is able to down this acrobat. We see the opposite exit gate is now being opened up, so both exit gates are opened up. This is the first chair for the acrobat. It was his first down, I believe, when he was getting that rescue, but now Hunter's bringing him all the way to the chair. We can see the first officer still has Tide Turner available, and both exit gates are open. The question is, are the survivors going to risk it and push for that 3-man escape? Hunter has another recording available, but the hunter no longer has detention, so it looks like he's able to get the rescue with Tide Turner, and he's going to get the hit onto the acrobat. The acrobat has 2 bombs left to use. He needs to utilize it now, and hopefully he'll be able to get the cooldown. Hunter's going to teleport to the exit gate, but we have 2 survivors that have Tide Turner, so they can just make it to the exit gate. He's trying to body block, but he's made it to the exit gate, and that's a 3-man escape for the side of RD survivors.
对，
他们的博奖熟练度很高。那看一下，看博奖之后还有什么角色很真的养的呀？
医生的脸上和魔术的脸上。 我感觉这2个都这边的一个
Alex Hunter going against RT survivors. It's going to be Goatman on Arms Factory. He's heading towards Shack, where he will be running into Nokino first, who is the doctor, I believe. Yes, it is the doctor. And it looks like the hunter's already seen the blood trails of the survivor, already trying to mind game here, going towards the pallet so that she can't rotate into the Shack. She's going to have to rotate to the double pallets here. Is going to be setting up his first cage. A little bit of mind games here. Oh, Hunter was very patient, didn't go through. He's able to get that 50% injury on the survivor already. She's already healing here at this pallet. We'll be able to throw it on this pallet. Hunter is going to go back and forth, try to catch her on the other side of this pallet, but she's being very patient here, forced to break this pallet. When the hunter breaks it, she will be going through the outlasting this cage, and is able to also heal herself, so buying so much time. She's going to be going around this area. She's going to loop. She's going to be running into this hunter. Hunter's getting ready to set up a cage. is gonna try to throw down that pallet, but no, she's not. She's gonna start heading inside of the shack area. Is able to throw down this cage. She has to be very careful here because the basement is in this area. Hunter is gonna be going through, but the cage has ended once again. Now she's transitioning out at full health, so it looks like she's making her rounds back inside of shack. Is blink and finally gonna get the chip damage onto this doctor. So it looks like the doctor kind of won that mind game there. She was very patient. What he was trying to do was blink hit her while she was on that window while she was vaulting, but she was patient and she actually ended up crouching, and so the blink ended up not giving him that 50% damage. Now he's caged once again. Hunter swinging but isn't able to get the down onto this doctor, doing a very good job avoiding the Hunter. Is going to be able to get another chip hit onto this Hunter after the cage has ended. So this doctor buying so much time for her teammates. A little bit of mind games here at this pallet. Wow, just vaulting right in front of this Hunter. She is not afraid. Is slowly healing herself at the same time here at this pallet. Once again, Hunter setting up a cage. She's going back and forth. Need to find her way back inside of this pallet. Oh my goodness. Is able to throw down this pallet. Is able to break this cage. And now the Hunter has to set up yet another cage. She is able to flywheel and make it to the edge of the cage. And is able to go back and forth. Has one pallet to work with. Is able to throw down this pallet. Now she's back at full health again. And gets a hit after the cage expires. Now once again at 25% injury. But she's healing herself. And now the Hunter is able to finally get that 50% injury onto this doctor, but she already has quite a lot of healing on that 25%, so she can just heal herself here at this pallet is what she is currently doing. Hunter will be trying to mind game him. Oh, I think that was a pallet stun, yeah. And is able to get the heal. Half injury. Is going to be setting up another cage. He needs to down her now because Cypher machines are almost primed. 5 Cypher kind for the side of this doctor. She's able to get the heal off once again. Is getting more injury at 75%, 45% healing. Oh my goodness. Cypher machine's primed is endgame and she does not have borrowed time, so she needs to first heal herself before the Cypher machines are popped. Oh no, they just popped the Cypher machine. It's endgame for survivors. Hunter is still trying to down this doctor. Hasn't been able to down her at all. She's borrowed more time here at this pallet. Exit gate all opening up. We have one exit gate open. The second exit gate at 60. Hunter's blocking off this. Oh my goodness, he was trying to block her off, but she was inside of the cage and the Hunter was outside of the cage. She's trying to get the dungeon escape. Hunter's swinging. He doesn't have enough. Okay, now he got that hit, but oh my goodness, that's a 4-man escape on the side of RD survivors.
自跑可以说就是能听到一个人，真的。
RD Hunter going against LX survivors. It's going to be Opera Singer on Arms Factory. She's inside of her ghost form. She's heading towards the middle where she will be running into Fashion, who is the meteorologist. Already has one of her items set and ready for the Hunter as she approaches. Is going to be throwing down this. Oh, is going to be utilizing the wind right away to push the Hunter back. Going back to her remnant now, changing targets to Everyday instead, who is the Acrobat. Acrobat will be having to go towards this window. Is it the Acrobat? What is that skin? Let me see. Oh no, it's the Embalmer. I knew that. Okay, we'll be taking a hit here, unable to make it to any of the pallets, making his way inside of the shack area. Have another assistance from another survivor here waiting at this pallet. Will be eating the hit for the survivor, and it is the doctor, so she's going to also be healing. Trying to take the kite from the Embalmer. Is going to be able to get the hit once again. Only 25% healing, so it's going to be at 75% damage. Hunter is going to be taking that vault. And it's going to be much harder to kite as Doctor against Opera Singer here. Oh, we got the push from the meteorologist once again, assisting this Doctor and allowing her to get healed up. And now the Hunter is back onto this meteorologist, so the survivors doing an incredibly good job taking turns, taking the hit. But now everybody's injured except the Acrobat. And yeah, and now the Hunter is going to go for this meteorologist. The Doctor has healed up all the way. Blink and downing her right away. She has one bottle left to utilize, but she won't be able to utilize it anytime soon because she'll be going on this chair for the first time. Cypher progress. It looks like we have one Cypher machine will be completed, but the remaining 4 Cypher machines all have a little bit of progress, but not a lot of progress. So we'll see how this works out. We have the wanted order on center, the Doctor and the survivor coming in for this rescue is not quite being shown, but it looks like center is, oh, we're gonna have a double rescue. So we have the acrobat coming in for the rescue and the doctor. And it looks like now everybody's injured, center except the doctor, but she has one in order. Now the doctor's making her way to the chair. Hunter's trying to body block. It looks like it's going to be an after half rescue. It's going to be eating the hit and not getting the rescue. Nobody's rescuing. She took the hit, but she's not rescuing. Oh, I see. She's trying to heal up. Oh no, she's going down. So she was just trying to get this rescue after half, but when it's closer to her expiring, because she's a doctor, she can, oh my goodness, is able to down this embalmer. He's going to be resurrecting himself right away so he can get that rescue, but is he going to be able to resurrect in time? Oh my goodness. Okay, he's now out of this cage, but the hunter's body blocking, and she returns to the manor. Nobody able to get the rescue onto the meteorologist. Now the hunter's picking up the doctor next, and it's her time to go onto the chair. She's going to chair her here in the center area next to the water tank. 2 survivors injured, and now the person chaired is the doctor, so she can't even heal herself. Now Hunter's heading towards Everyday, who is the embalmer. He doesn't have any coffins left because he had to resurrect himself in front of the chair and still didn't get that rescue. He's going to be able to get that vault. Hunter checking if there's any backdoor rescues. It is going to be the acrobat attempting a backdoor rescue, but he was caught while he was a little far off from the chair. Hunter leaving so many remnants in this area. Everyday now making his way to the chair. Double survivors going for the rescue. They're body blocking. The hunter gets hit onto the acrobat. Now the hunter is going to continuously go for this doctor because she doesn't want to allow, oh my goodness, it down onto the embalmer next. Is she going to chair any of the survivors? No, she's going to go for this doctor because the doctor can keep healing herself and coming back and rescuing. So she wants to get the down onto this doctor because they are actually quite pesky and they just keep healing. Oh, the back door is able to get the hit onto the doctor. She was able to heal herself 25%, so now it's 75% injury, and she's still on this doctor. The hunter doesn't have to be too concerned because there are 2 survivors healing up. Oh, is able to get the terror shock and downing the doctor. Was she saved before? I think she was saved after half, and there was like 2 people running for the rescue. We'll find out, but is able to chair the, oh, she was saved before half, so is able to finally chair this doctor. The 2 survivors have finally gotten up, but that also means they were healing themselves. They don't have a lot of cipher progress. We do see that the acrobat was the one that healed up the embalmer, is able to get the hit onto the embalmer, freeing this doctor once again, but the doctor will be returning to the manor once she is chaired, but it looks like she's struggling to see where this doctor went to, but is able to finally locate her. Got the body block of the acrobat flywheel, but the hunter still was able to down this doctor. Now it looks like she wants more. She's trying to get the down onto this acrobat. A lot of remnants. She's gonna go utilize his bomb to go over this pallet, being very careful, a little back and forth here, and is able to down this acrobat once more. Oh my goodness. And the embalmer now utilizes his self-heal, but now the only survivor with self-heal is the doctor. She wasn't able to self-heal. Now she's returning to the manor. So if the hunter can just down this embalmer, it's the end for LX survivors. They had to get a 4-man escape. It was a 4-man escape or nothing. They will be eliminated. So the win conditions already met by RD Hunter by eliminating the first survivor, but the amount of pressure she's putting on these survivors, it looks like she's going to be picking up this acrobat, and she's just going to chair him. I don't think she realizes the acrobat doesn't have self-heal, so she may just end up chairing this survivor. Yeah, it looks like she's going to chair him, and then she's just going to go for this embalmer next. And so she needs to head towards the shack area, but now Everyday is already transitioning towards the walls, and tinnitus has been triggered, so if she goes in the wrong direction, she will know. She should know. She does know. She's going back to the chair, ensuring there isn't a backdoor rescue, but doesn't have tinnitus, so now she has a general idea of where the survivor is. Somewhere nearby shack, but not towards the corner, so it looks like she's going to be checking. Oh my goodness, she didn't check around this little tank, and it looks like he's just going to transition away. Hunter has tinnitus, and she finally sees the blood trails of the survivor. He is running towards this acrobat. It doesn't look like he'll be able to get there in time. Trying to stay alive here at the triple pallets, is throwing down 2 pallets so far. Has 1 more pallet to throw down. A little bit back and forth between the pallets. He's just waiting and taking the hit. He's taking it down, and congratulations to RD for being able to move up. Incredibly strong gameplay.
然后医生破位了49，前者78秒。
局军破译只有60，基本上都是在陪。
爱心、渣男、图图、子瑶、小蝶以及93。 还有这边是
因为前面的
期待一下的，
因为前面的8比1分别是4跑加3抓嘛，
飞行加身上
是。那最后如果说
话，飞行、魔术以及小加3个求生者都得拉点。
之前也有看，
到时候进入对局的
KO
话，
Hunter going against RE Survivors. It's gonna be Goatman on Ever Sleeping Town. He's heading towards cute Miai Oblio, who is the first survivor that's gonna be chased. It is going to be the Magician. Is able to get the chip damage right away as he is staying nearby these pallets. He's going to be transitioning out now. He's going to the cage for the first time. He's gonna get the hit onto the Magician's actual body instead of his illusion. And it's forcing him to transition away. He is kind of running into one of his survivors here, but it looks like he's just going to be transitioning right back out as Hunter is breaking this pallet. He's going to go back to the triple pallet here. Isn't able to make it because the Hunter cages him off. He's somewhere in this cage, but it does look like there's a lot of illusions here. Is going to be able to hit the Magician. 3 illusions, 2 illusions there, and he's still able to snipe out this Magician. Will be carrying him for the first time. Not a lot of progress here, and also the Cypher Machine here, it was also disrupted by him because he did kite towards, and now the Hunter knows there's a survivor nearby, sees the blood trails of the survivor. He's crouching down, but the Hunter already knows where the survivor is, most likely. Or he doesn't know, and he's going to just transition away. Ruin is now making his way to the chair. He's going to just be taking that hit and getting the rescue right away. Is before half with Tide Turner. Hunter back onto this Magician. He's going to utilize his last illusion to try and get some distance away to make it to the triple pallet. Hunter going to be breaking one of the pallets here. Is going to be able to cage him once again. He's able to break this pallet and break this cage. Is going to be, oh my goodness, is able to blink and down this survivor incredibly quickly. For the second time, we see one Cypher Machine has been completed. The second Cypher Machine will be completed very shortly. He's going to be bringing him right back towards Ruin's Cypher Machine. So, unable to get much progress on this corner Cypher Machine near Fake Gate. Hunter is heading towards the Gravekeeper, who is making his way to the chair. Gonna be setting up a cage real soon, so he can't quite make it to the chair in his shovel form. He's going to be able to make it to the chair. Hunter was very patient. Gonna be hitting him with the 50% damage, and he's gonna get that rescue with Tide Turner once again. Buying more time for the side of the survivors, even if it's a, oh my goodness, he got hit by the tram and is gonna be able to get the hit. He's gonna go die in a very far away corner just so that he can allow a little more time for the side of his teammates. Only one Cypher Machine completed. The second Cypher Machine at 91%. 2 injured survivors. First survivor going back to the manor. Things are not looking too bad. They could definitely be better. They should be able to finish up another Cypher Machine sometime soon, but they are going to prioritize healing first, and the Hunter is heading towards the 2 survivors healing in that corner. And let's see, we have one more survivor up and running, Sing Xiu, who is the airplanist. He's made his way all the way to corner house while the 2 survivors are healing up at graveyard. Hunter seems to know where they are, and he's already making his way towards them. They got the first heal off onto the novelist, getting the hit onto the novelist right away. The priority was definitely on the novelist because the Gravekeeper does have 2 shovels left to utilize, can eat up 2 hits, so it looks like he's going to be able to get the pallet stun into this Goatman, and is still sticking around here because he has 2 pallets he can still utilize. Is going to have to transition to the next pallet. Is going to be eating another chip hit here. 75% damage. Ruin now utilizing this time to transition away, but caged in, forcing him to just go back and forth. No obstacles to work with. Oh, he was able to make it to the second story with the cage, but the Hunter is able to down him. And now we see that no Tide Turner is left. The airplanist has a full kite. No, he doesn't. He has bar time. But it does look like he's the only survivor at full health, so he's gonna have to come in for this rescue if the survivors want to buy more time. And since there's full resentment on the side of the Goatman, he can make as many cages as he wants for the 120 resentment. He's going to be able to cage the airplanist. He's going to go straight to the chair utilizing his jetpack and is able to get the rescue, but now all 3 survivors are injured, and Hunter's going to blink down this novelist right away, bringing the novelist to the chair. Hunter once more, he's going to back into the novelist. He fly rolls, but the Hunter is holding it and is being very patient location, utilizing his jetpack to avoid getting hit, and is able to continue to keep distance away, outlast this cage, but running into the hunter with the second cage and will be going down. Doesn't look like the novelist had enough time to heal up, so he's going to be going back on the chair, but that rescue was before half. The question is, how are they going to get this rescue? And it's not looking good for the side of the survivors. It looks like a 4-man elimination. Be careful not to get hit by this tram here. It does look like the airplane was standing in the railroad track, so that the hunter will have some issues picking him up if he wants to pick him up later on, but Hunter wants that 4-man elimination. To secure that 4-man elimination, he's going to see if the airplanist wants to get up last minute to get that rescue, but it doesn't look like that's going to be happening. And so now the hunter is back onto the gravekeeper, who's keeping a very good job hidden. And it looks like Hunter is going to slowly start getting closer to the survivor. He's at the corner of fake gate and the exit gate. He's making his rounds. No tinnitus. Now Hunter's turning back towards the aeroplanist. 3 cipher machines completed, but last 2 cipher machines quite lacking. And yes, the slugging strategy has begun. It's going to be quite a while before the hunter can figure out where this survivor is, since he is going in the wrong direction. Hunter is going to make sure he knows where this aeroplanist is crawling towards. Airplane is crawling towards fake gate. Hunter's still unable to locate this gravekeeper. Is going to be setting up a cage to check the exit gate area. He's not here. Now he's going to have to transition away. The gravekeeper already left corner house. He's going towards Dancing Geisha. Hunter is slowly going in this right direction. He's just going around a big circle around this map to see if tinnitus gets triggered. And it looks like he knows he's not at corner house. He's checking the middle once again. He doesn't want the survivor to heal up the airplanist, because then he'll still have self-heal left to utilize. So he keeps coming back to the airplanist, but still unable to locate this gravekeeper. Gravekeeper keeps rotating around the edge of the map. No tinnitus. And so far they're doing a very good job trying to bleed out this airplanist, but it looks like the hunter is going to start picking him up and dropping him around the middle of the map. We see dungeon is in. Oh, we do see that crows will finally be flying around the gravekeeper, because he was not able to touch a cipher machine while he was rotating. And since the hunter now knows where he is, it looks like the airplanist is able to struggle free. Hunter is just going to down him and quickly go for this gravekeeper. Is able to cage him right away. Airplanist does have 1 jetpack to utilize. He's going to utilize this jetpack. Hunter's going to meet him on the other side. He's going to go back and forth. He's going to flywheel, avoid getting hit. Hunter's going to do the back step with the cage. Is going to close the distance and down this airplanist once again. He still has self-heal, by the way. The tram isn't going to be hitting this Goatman, and Goatman's going to be taking this aeroplanist towards the middle of the map. Gravekeeper already at fake gate. And yeah, Hunter just looking for tinnitus and is kind of struggling to locate the survivor. And the airplanist struggles once again. Now he doesn't have jetpacks, so the hunter will be able to down him much quicker. And now he's heading towards... Oh, he now has tinnitus, but that is the airplanist, because he just struggled free. He's trying to push that cipher machine. Oh, it's just going to take the hit. He's not even going to try to buy more time. And it looks like the hunter is going to be dragging him around the map looking for this gravekeeper once again. Gravekeeper very slippery, avoiding tinnitus over and over. The only time he did get the hunter knew his location is because of the crows, so he made sure to touch the cipher machine this time. Is able to struggle free once again, and he's running in the opposite direction of the gravekeeper. Hunter now going towards the gravekeeper instead is what it seems like. Hunter's checking the cipher machine. The cipher machine the airplanist was working on, and he does not see a survivor. He has 120 resentment. But if it takes too long, they are going to be able to prime up cipher machines. Airplane is completely... does not care if the hunter downs if he's just decoding right in front of the hunter. And he's going to be able to pop that 4th cipher machine. So the hunter needs to start finding this Gravekeeper. Is able to down this aeroplanist once again. Is he going to do the method of him dragging him around the map? He's going to set up a cage. And he's going to be able to put him towards the middle of the map. Not really. He doesn't have any resentment left now. Okay, he's going to use his second cage to drop him down at the middle. And he is slowly bleeding out, so yeah. It looks like the hunter finally found this Gravekeeper. Finally. We do see the blood trails on the ground. Now he's making his way inside of Graveyard. The basement is here, but it's not much of an issue. He's gonna go into... Oh my goodness, he's not gonna able to go into his shovel. He's down right away. Now the hunter can just chair this Gravekeeper. Or no, is he gonna... He's gonna go for the slugging method. This game is not going to end. I mean, most likely gonna end with the 4-man elimination because there isn't really much the survivors can do at this point. Yes, they finish up the 4th cipher machine, but they don't have the last cipher machine. Is going to be able to struggle free. Gonna go into his shovel, so now this gives a little bit more chance for the side of the survivors, but not a lot. He's gonna be hitting him out of his shovel. Now he doesn't have any shovel left, and he's still caged. Is going to be able to down this Gravekeeper. Hunter most likely knows where this aeroplanist is. He's gonna finally chair this Gravekeeper, and now that he's sure where this aeroplanist is, he's gonna go towards it, avoid the tram, and going back inside of his cage is gonna make a double cage so that he can't break this cage immediately. A lot of back and forth. Is able to escape this cage, but what can he do? Can he last the entire time? Can he last long enough for the Gravekeeper to expire? Most likely not, because he doesn't have any jetpacks. The hunter doesn't have enough resentment for another cage, but will be able to down the airplanist and will be able to get that 4-man elimination. RE Hunter going against KL survivors. It's going to be the Clerk on Ever Sleeping Town. She's heading towards the middle where she will be running into Chen, the Gravekeeper. Not the most ideal chase on the first survivor because he can't tank a lot of hits inside of his shovel form and he can get lots of distance. And so it looks like he's going to be going into his shovel form immediately, not trying to get any injury on him yet. And the hunter will be actually going after this Gravekeeper for the first time. And if he does get hit out of if he does get hit out of his shovel, oh, it looks like the survivors also dropped down this pallet for him so he can transition out and save his shovel so he can utilize it more than twice instead of getting hit out of the shovel, because then your shovel disappears. And it looks like the hunter is going to be changing targets to the Knight, who's also not the best first chase. He's gonna get his double predictions here, isn't able to get any of the predictions correct, and it looks like the hunter is going to be recording him, so now he's a little hesitant to throw down these pallets. Is gonna flywheel instead, and now the recording will be over soon. Not quite yet. Is it gonna be able to eat a hit instead, and is going to be transitioning out. Hunter is going to be looking at the cipher machines during this time, and he's going to be able to utilize 2 recordings, and not recordings, his helmet predictions, and is able to get the prediction right, so a little bit of speed boost. Isn't able to get the second prediction right, and he's able to transition into Graveyard. However, the basement is here, so he doesn't want to go down too close to the basement. Is going to utilize his next helmet, not able to get the double predictions, and will be able to throw down this pallet. Hunter breaking this pallet with her recording is able to finally down this Knight. Cipher progress, not looking too bad, but not looking too good. It's just on the average. We're going to get 1 cipher machine finished. The remainder 2 cipher machines around 70%. Xiao D is coming in for the rescue. It is the puppeteer. And the hunter is just continuously recording the cipher machines. Make sure not to get hit by that tram. We've seen a lot of victims in the past. And now he's going to slowly make his way inside of his puppet form so that he can absorb that hit with only 25% damage. Is now on his way to the chair. Hunter blink hits and gets the hit, but obviously he was, only 25% damage, so it's not going to be a down situation. But oh, losing the mind game here at this pallet will be going down immediately. Puppeteer trying to push this Graveyard cipher machine next, and the Knight is trying to transition out towards the exit gate near graveyard and will be going down here for the second time. Hunter chairing him once again. And we do have a mechanic, so we have a bot also decoding that cipher machine, double decoding on the second story middle area. And are they gonna come in for this rescue? It doesn't look like anyone's moving. The puppeteer is doing that cipher machine at graveyard. 2 people at the second story, so one person's probably gonna drop down sometime soon. No, they're not. They're gonna sell. They're gonna allow this knight to go back to the manor. The only issue is, oh my goodness, they're going for the rescue. He's able to get the shuttle and get the rescue onto the knight right when we weren't paying attention. Now he's gonna be body blocking at this pallet. He's gonna be able to throw down that pallet and continuously allowing the knight to transition away. The gravekeeper is gonna be throwing down all these pallets. Now he's inside of his shovel form so that he can block the hit, is able to block the hit for this knight, once again prolonging his kite. Suddenly cipher machines are looking incredibly good and able to pallet stun this hunter. We have 2 last cipher machines at 79%. They have to be very careful when finishing up these 2 cipher machines because they don't want to allow the hunter to get the recording. Now the hunter has to change targets because cipher machines have quite a lot of progress. We're going to see the mechanic dropping down. Hunter going to check the other cipher machine at 89%, and it looks like she's going to be taking the kite next, and she's at full health. So oh my goodness, another pallet stun on the side of this mechanic. So it looks like they're going to be able to finish up that 4th cipher machine, but they may just be priming it up and waiting because, you know, it's very dangerous to prime up cipher machines in front of this clerk. And they're gonna pop that cipher machine because the hunter is now on the puppeteer. Did swing first because she was afraid that the bot was going to throw down the pallet and pallet stun her. That's why she swung and then went through the pallet. And it looks like, yeah, they just need to prime up that last cipher machine, which is the second story middle cipher machine, is going to be recording the mechanic. Now she can't decode for the time being. Hunter is nearby Chen and Xiao. It looks like she's heading towards Xiao, who is the knight, but he picked up a pocket watch. Now he's heading back towards the middle, doesn't want to allow that last cipher to be primed. But survivors are all healed up, so we have 3 healthy survivors. 1 survivor that was unable to get healed because he's the puppeteer is going to be able to land the first hit onto the mechanic. Xiao D is making his way to the second story, but then he just jumps right off, and they're starting up a new cipher machine because this cipher is heavily guarded. And Hunter, making sure there is no more progress, is going to make his way towards the second story, going to be dropping right down, recording the new cipher machine that they've just started. And Hunter is now heading towards that new cipher. Nope, she was baiting them. And now when Xiao D is making his way to the second story, Hunter is just going to meet him right at the second floor. Unable to get much progress, he's going to be dropping right down. Hunter now going after this puppeteer. He's transitioning inside of graveyard. Tram's not going to be coming in here anytime soon. Is going to get the blink down, and the next survivor down is going to be the puppeteer. However, the survivor that's dead on chair is the knight. This is the first time, oh no, he's being brought all the way to the basement, which allows the survivors some time to get to that second story cipher machine. They're going to prime up 2 ciphers. Hunter's going to start recording the cipher, and she's recording the middle cipher machine, which allows the second story middle cipher to be primed up, and that was the way the survivors planned to prime up that last cipher. Gravekeeper's going to take a hit. Now he's going to go down to the basement and get the rescue onto the puppeteer. Puppeteer is going towards the corner inside of his puppet form. Cipher machines are primed. It's the endgame situation. He's trying to body block for the puppeteer because puppeteer does not have borrowed time. Hunter, on the other hand, is going to try and get the down onto the puppeteer. Now she's going to swing. Oh my goodness, is able to down this puppeteer. Cipher machines are primed. 3 survivors up and running. The puppeteer is down, doesn't have borrowed time, is going to be chaired once again. Was he safe before half? He was safe before half, so still more time on this chair. Unlikely that the survivors are going to go for this basement rescue since the hunter does have detention. They're opening up the exit gates. 1 person on each exit gate. Hunter is going towards the mechanic. and she's going to record the knight. But knight is just pushing right through, and he's just decoding regardless of getting, and he's going to be able to open that exit gate. We see Chen is going towards the basement, but that's not going to actually happen because the dungeon is actually in this area, so he needs the 2 survivors to hurry up and leave the exit gate and go for that dungeon escape situation. Hunter's going to teleport, no, and that allows the, it allows Knight to get there, but the mechanic isn't quite at the exit gate, so now things are getting a little bit complicated here, but she needs to find the mechanic, and we can see that one of the survivors is going to the opposite exit gate. Hunter is going to be recording this window vault so that she can stuff survivors if they approach. Hunter finally sees the blood trails of the mechanic. Now she's going to be going for this mechanic. She has an elbow pad. She's going to elbow pad towards the dungeon escape. No, she's going towards the exit gate. Okay, looks like she's going to try and make her way towards the exit gate. Has 3 pallets here to work with. Hunter's going to be recording her. Is able to get the pallets, so now she can transition away, but she doesn't have enough distance, and she doesn't have, it doesn't look like, okay, she's gonna be throwing down this pallet. Oh, she flywheels, she made it, she drops down this pallet. It's the endgame situation. That's a 3-man escape for the side of Kale survivors.
或者说有谁在修准备去压一波压手，但是这个时候他选择了圣心医院。
哦，是 K 罗选的图。
哦，对，那还是艾维。哦，是的，艾维倒还可以。
在废墟应该可以考虑直接去追他。
对，但追完也没有双坦。
Kale Hunter going against RE survivors is going to be Ivy on the Sacred Heart Hospital. She's sending her ghost towards Pikui, and it looks like the main body's heading towards ruins statues area where she'll be running into Cute May. Looks like she's going to be infecting the psychologist first, but she's not chasing the psychologist. She's still on Cute May, who is the mechanic. And it looks like the ghost will be recalled, and she's going to commit on the mechanic first. So, yeah, trying to do a little back and forth here. Is going to be infecting her for the first time. Is able to get so much corruption and 100% corruption on her right away. Be a little patient here. Wants corruption to increase before getting the hit onto her. Walking backwards. She's gonna flywheel. Oh! It's gonna get the body block with the bot. It looks like maybe she should have. Why did she wait? Let's see. I actually don't know. Already has. Oh, okay, we're gonna get the blink and the hit onto the survivor. She tried to body block with the bot one more time, but she wasn't able to do so. The ghost is able to get the 100% and is able to down this survivor right away. So she was holding out for a very good reason, because she was still able to down this survivor very quickly into this game. We barely see any cipher progress, and the bot has been infected as well, so she's going to most likely quickly teleport to the bot, or teleport to the bot and stop him from getting any progress. Able to down this bot. Ruin is coming in for the rescue. It is the forward. It's going to be kind of hard to stun against an IV, especially if you get infected, and the scare also gets him out of the form. It looks like the scare was able to get him out of his football running form, so he's going to still be able to get that rescue, but an immediate hit onto the mechanic and not a lot of harassment available for the forward. And the hunter is now sending the ghost towards the mechanic while the main body's trying to get more additional hits onto this forward. The mechanic will be going down here in this corner. She's going to be infecting this mechanic, bringing the ghost towards the cipher machine, and she's going to be picking up the mechanic. Looks like the forward's way too far away, so he's not going to be able to stun. And now the ghost is going to be infecting the ruins area and trying to stop the cipher progress. And is latched onto the painter. Hunter's going to be recalling the ghost, now sending it towards Ruin, who is still at full health, so he could possibly go in for another rescue, but it looks like the painter is coming in for the rescue. He needs to get the hunter's face so that he can start on his painting, and he's slowly making his way towards the chair. He's going to get the scare, and then he's on cooldown for the infection, so he's just going to take a normal hit and get the rescue onto the mechanic. Hunter's gonna be teleporting to the mechanic, and the painter's trying to body block with that painting, is able to get the painting onto the main body, but the ghost was already on the survivor. Now is going to be getting the scare. She's going to be teleporting to birdcage where the survivors were trying to get the advantage, but forced out of this area. Now the painter is trying to finish up another painting so he can body block instead, because he's going to be going down for the mechanic. Second cipher machine has just been completed. The hunter's doing a very good job with the back and forth, but the survivors are staying alive. Okay, never mind. Is going to be able to blink down this mechanic and send her back to the manor. Being able to eliminate the first survivor becomes very dangerous, especially against the Ivy, but she was nerfed, so there are still a lot more options. We still have one whole painting left to utilize, a little bit of football, like around one third of football left to utilize. The psychologist is trying to heal up the survivors, but the ghost has found the psychologist. She interrupts the heal and is able to, let's see, the main body's not going to teleport to the psychologist because she can tank up to 3 hits, not an ideal survivor to chase. The main body is heading towards inside of the hospital where she'll be running into Pikui, and it looks like he will be the most ideal chase because he's at half health, so she can down the survivor really quickly. Once you down the third survivor quickly, she's going to have so much pressure on the cipher machines, but it looks like she's going to be breaking this pallet here, and he's going to have to transition away while walking backwards, trying not to look at the painting, and down the survivor, and is able to do so. Excellent technique of this. Wow, that was pretty incredible. I mean, she walked backwards and she continuously looked away from the painting while walking backwards and still down this painter, able to tear this painter for the first time. Now she's sending the ghost towards Ruin, who is the forward. Doesn't look like the forward is gonna, okay, backdoor rescue by the psychologist, and she did have tight turner, so allowing Pikui to get away. Hunter's gonna get a hit onto the psychologist, still at full health because she does have that stress ability. Is she gonna change targets? No, she is going to be teleporting to the forward cipher machine, but he is also at full health, so she's trying to injure all of the survivors. And it looks like the ghost is waiting around at birdcage. Main body is at ruins. Now the ghost is heading towards one of the survivors. It looks like psychologist, who is healing up by herself with the stress ability, and she's going to be infecting and teleporting to the psychologist next, allowing the painter to actually get away. So that does work in favor. Oh, is able to get the hit onto the psychologist. Now she's at half health, and the only full health survivor is the forward. So the forward does not want to ever get caught because the rescue is going to be extremely hard. We do see the fourth cipher machine is going to be completed. Last 2 cipher machines at 65. Oh, is able to avoid getting hit, is able to blink, and is able to hit onto the forward. Now all 3 survivors are injured, but if they can just prime up that last cipher machine, is not going to be too much of an issue. Hunter is going to be breaking this pallet here, and the ghost, oh my goodness, is able to get the 100%, but she isn't able to down the forward. The ghost now going towards Sing Chiao, and yeah, she's going to be infecting this psychologist next, teleporting to her, and is able to get the terror shot. She's not able to pop the cipher machine at 99%. Oh my goodness. Okay, and the ghost is now going towards birdcage cipher, and we have one at this area, this wall corner next to the front gate. Looks like the painter's coming in for the rescue. Wow, not getting that pop is going to really change a lot of things. We're gonna have to go for the double rescue because the cipher machine is in this area. And when they approach the cipher machine, she's gonna infect them so they can get 100% corruption. Okay, both survivors are here. They're getting ready for the rescue. This is a very tricky situation. They have to get the rescue and they have to run to the cipher machine and pop it. So, okay, we have the forward is gonna go down the rescue onto the psychologist. Psychologist is running towards the dungeon cipher machine. Hunter is going to pick up the forward immediately. 100% onto the corruption onto the painter. Hunter still holding this forward, and he's going to be able to chair this forward. Cipher machine is not able to pop. They got rid of the tablet in this area, but she's been reinfected. Now she downs she downs her, but the cipher machine's popped. They're back up. She gets the rescue onto the forward. Now she's back onto the psychologist, and she's going to be going down. So end game situation, 1 man down. 2 survivors at half health. Hunter has detention, and it looks like she was rescued after half, so now the psychologist is back returned to the manor. The ghost is going for back gate. The main body is at the front gate, and it looks like the 4 can't even approach front gate area. The painter is running towards back gate, but the ghost is gonna be catching up real soon, so it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to open it up. He's gonna be infecting this painter as soon as she enters. Oh, she's gonna be teleporting right to the painter. She wants to down onto this painter, and it looks like he's gonna be able to make it to this pallet, so still a lot of time, but Blink is available, is able to down this painter. Now she needs to send the ghost quickly towards the forward. Okay, there was a tablet there, so now she can just teleport right, and the ghost will be waiting next to this painter. Wow. And she's going to be able to down this forward pretty soon, maybe, possibly. She does have detention. She doesn't need detention because he's at half health. But just having detention is pretty scary. Is going to be able to get that vault out of the birdcage area. The painter has utilized self-heal, so she could just infect him and go down this survivor. Then they don't have any more self-heal, but then she might lose track of the forward. Okay, looks like painter can be infected. Hunter's waiting for something. He's going to be leaving the ghost at front gate, infecting the painter at the exit gate. Hunter's going to teleport now to the back gate area. Painter heading towards the shack. Hunter's going to be breaking this pallet most likely so that she can't keep going back and forth between the shack area. Ghost is going to be infecting the forward. Now the forward can't open up the exit gate. Hunter is now going for the painter once again, but painter is in a very strong kiting area. Forward is going to be teleporting to the forward. The ghost is now back onto the back gate area. Forward is occupying the hunter's attention for now, but her attention is divided now. The painter is back on the back gate. She's going to infect the painter and teleport to the painter. Painter already left the area of corruption. Ghost trying to infect the forward. Even if detention is out, it's not a problem for the opera singer. She's going to be able to get 100% corruption onto the forward, downing this forward. She already has a tablet at the back gate, so she could just teleport there when teleport is ready. She's going to teleport now to the back gate, and she just needs to down this painter once again, and it's looking like a 4-man elimination once again. I'm not sure what the survivors can do at this point because they're all injured, and he's utilized his self-heal. He is able to buy a little more distance by being able to vault that pallet. Hunter's going to go back on this forward because he has also utilized self-heal. Main body is nearby the forward. He's going to utilize flywheel. The blink wasn't up yet. Now blink is up. It doesn't look like she plans on using it quite yet. Okay, now she's going to utilize Blink after he utilized Flywheel to be able to down this forward. Now it's over for the painter. There is not much. Okay, he's able to get rid of the tablet, but will he be able to open the exit gate in time before the ghost reaches it? The ghost has reached him, and it looks like she's going to be able to infect and teleport to him right away. 58% corruption. He's making his way towards the pallet. He is able to make it to the pallet, but 4 can't get up. Hunter's on the painter. He's at half health. It's going to be a 4-man elimination. He's able to get... No, he's able to avoid the scare, but... I mean, the hunter has all the time in the world. He's going to be able to throw down this next pallet here. Hunter's going to break this pallet, forcing him to transition away, and is going to be able to get the down onto this painter. Wow, excellent job on the side of this KL hunter, able to secure that 4-man elimination. RE Hunter going against KL survivors is going to be Soul Weaver on Sacred Heart Hospital. The win condition for RE, well, not the win condition, they have to tie round 2 in order to get to round 3. And they have to get that 4-man elimination because KL was able to get the win in round 1, and they have the 4-man elimination for the first half. So in order just to make it to round 3, he needs to get that 4-man elimination. And if he can't get that 4-man elimination, they will be eliminated from the tournament. So it looks like his first chase is going to be Xiao, who is the lucky guy, I believe, and he has a elbow pad. He's going to be able to elbow pad away to the double pallets here. Hunter is playing a little bit of mind games and waiting for webs to build up, is able to utilize his webs. He's trying to transition inside of... Oh, we have the assist from the meteorologist, pushing the Hunter away from the birdcage area and is allowing the lucky guy all the way to transition to the second story, I believe. Nope, he's going to leave the red church. Not red church. Oh my goodness. The hospital is able to throw down this pallet and make his way towards Shack, where he does have another survivor. Oh, blink, and is able to finally get the first hit onto this survivor. He's running into the mechanics cipher machine, so that's not too good, but you know, they'll work around it. We've seen survivors assist each other. Oh, getting a free hit onto this mechanic, and she's forced to transition out. And it looks like he will be going after the mechanic next, because she's out here in the open, a little dangerous. She should have made it to ruins, but if she goes to ruins, she'll be running into the lucky guy. It's going to be going down instead of this lucky guy, but she does have the bot up and running, decoding a cipher machine. Lucky guy is heading towards Shack, picking up the merger. Oh my goodness, the basement is in Shack, and it does look like the Hunter is able to drag him all the way to the basement, utilizing his webs, and suddenly things aren't looking too good for the side of the survivors, but they just need a one-man escape and they'll be able to win this matchup. So much more pressure on this Hunter, and it looks like Chen's going to be coming in here for the rescue. Hunter is able to get a very early hit on him. He's going to be eating a web as well, utilizing his elbow pad to make it to the basement. Is able to get the rescue before half with tight turner, so things aren't completely over for the side of the survivors. Hunter is going to get a drop down hit right onto the mechanic, and she wants more, so she's trying to get more hit onto the mercenary. He's going to elbow pad out of the basement, but isn't able to get much distance because he has a lot of webs, so that's a double down situation for the side of the survivors. Now the Hunter has to relocate the mechanic. Mechanic has gone down inside of the hospital, yes. And it looks like the Hunter will be able to find this mechanic and put him back onto the chair for the second time. However, she was saved before half, so it's not completely over, and the bot is still decoding. However, she is cheering right next to the bot, so things aren't looking... I mean, the double down situation really helps this Soul Reaver. The bot is not going to be able to get that window vault, so now the bot is out of the picture. Actually, he still has half of the... No, that's the lucky guy. The bot is out of this picture. We got 2 cipher machines completed. The second chair for the mechanic. Are they coming in for the rescue? Kira Bit is coming in for this rescue. Is going to be taking the normal hit and getting the rescue before she expires with tight turner, allowing the survivors to transition out. Hunter wants more. She is never satisfied with a one-man down. Now he's trying to get the down onto the... Oh, the mechanic has actually gotten away. She was able to get the down onto the meteorologist, but mechanic does have that web, so okay, Hunter's not going to lose track of the survivor. Oh, wow, wonderful job. Is going to be able to get another spit onto the survivor and will be able to down this mechanic for the final time. Cipher machines are looking pretty good though, because the mechanic is going to be returning to the manor. The meteorologist is down, but we have progress on all last 3 cipher machines. Now the Hunter is going for the lucky guy next. He's going to be throwing down all these pallets here, so the Hunter has to break it or have to go all the way around, which will give them a little more time. Lucky guy trying to make his way towards the meteorologist. She's now able to heal herself and get back up. Hunter breaking away all these pallets, but is she spending too much time on the pallets? Well, I guess she can stack up on the webs. Is able to get a chip damage onto this survivor. Now she's changing targets. She's going back onto this meteorologist, and it looks like she's blocking off this pallet, and is able to get another spit onto the meteorologist. Now she's also very slow, and it looks like the Hunter is going to be able to get the hit onto him while throwing down this pallet. 2 survivors are up and running, trying to finish up the last 2 cipher machines. Hunter's going to be bringing the meteorologist to the chair for the second time nearby one of the cipher machines with quite some progress. It looks like Lucky guy was able to heal himself up, so he's at 25% damage or something like that. Double web in this situation. Hunter is now going for the mercenary, who is able to get the mercenary, blocking the exit, so now he has to go all the way around, but he doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough time. He's not going to make it to the rescue, so now it looks like the lucky guy needs to come in for this rescue. He avoids the spit. Oh my goodness. It's going to be taken. Oh my goodness, Terror Shock. And the Hunter, he's going to be able, he's able to get this 4-man elimination and get their team to round 3. Okay, Hunter is now able to pick up this lucky guy. Okay. Wow. RE Hunter able to get that 4-man elimination. Securing that 4-man elimination. Now the team can move on to round 3.
就他也得考虑，要么果断一点，对吧？卡得死一点，要么就是让被4抓了，是吧？你在这种情况下，我觉得就看一下吧，看一下最终会怎么选择。可以装模作样追一下勘探，等园丁的盾快消了再去追园丁。
KO Hunter going against RE survivors is going to be Hullabaloo on Leo's memory. So for the side of RE, they have to at least get 1-man escape. If the Hunter can get a 4-man elimination, it's over, since they already have, since KO has already won round 1, they tied round 2. So if they get the 4-man elimination, there's no way for RE to get a round win, so that will be the end for RE. So I mean, there isn't too much pressure, but it is a very strong Hunter, and he's been continuously getting 4-man elimination, so a lot of pressure on the side of the survivors just to get that 1-man elimination. His first chase is going to be the painter. Oh my goodness, he's going to utilize excitement to negate the painting. Is able to finally injure the painter. Painter's transitioning away, but the double bomb painter is able to. That's a very early down, especially against a Hullabaloo, but he's a pretty. I mean, if you get the angles right, you know. Okay, there was a little pause there for a second. I mean, cyber machines aren't terrible. They do have like significant progress. It looks like the patient is coming in for the rescue first. He is already able to get the red bomb onto this patient while he's making his way to the chair. A little bit of back and forth here. Oh, is able to injure the patient. Is able to get the rescue. I think it doesn't have to be beforehand because it's a painter, and is able to injure the painter right away. Painter is trying to head into a different direction, but the patient's cyber machine is over here. Hunter just waiting for Ty Turner to run out. Second cypher machine will be completed very soon, and he's picking up the painter for the second time. Painter wasn't able to finish up that second painting quite yet. Okay, Painter was able to make it all the way to this corner, so the rest of the survivors are a little more safe and can decode. Ruin is coming in for the rescue. Hunter is going to be pressuring the cypher machine here at where the gardener currently is at. It looks like Ruin is coming in for the rescue. He does not. Okay, Magnet does latch onto the survivor, pushes him, but isn't able to. Okay, pushing him for the second time, is able to get the rescue, but the damage does land on Ruin, so Ruin will be going down. It looks like a double down situation. He's gonna vault right into the Hunter. Oh no! He predicted the Hunter was gonna jump right over, but the Hunter didn't, and so is able to get the double down on the side of the survivors. He's gonna have to just throw on this painting because. Okay, he's just going to be going down, and he's going to be returning to the manor because this is his third chair. 3 cypher machines have been completed, but 1 survivor is down, the other survivors have health, and 1 full health survivor. So now the Hunter is going to go towards the gardener, the only survivor with full health. He's going to utilize Trapeze to close the distance. She's at Christmas Tree, is going to be able to utilize the clone to get the black bomb on this gardener. She's trying to stay in the black zone so she doesn't get, is able to sandwich her and get the double bomb on her. She's going to throw down this pallet, going back and forth, is able to down this gardener, so who's going to be able to come in for the rescue? We see 4 cypher machines have been completed, so it's not completely over for the side of the survivors. They just need to prime an entire cipher machine before someone can come for this rescue. We see Ruin is working on that corner cipher machine, and the hunter is utilizing his clone to find the patient and is able to find this patient. So now the patient needs to stay alive against the Hullabaloo at full presence. Is going to be able to get the color bomb onto, the white color bomb. The prospector is decoding. And so that allows the hunter just to concentrate on this. Oh, yes, it's going to be able to down this patient. Now Ruin is running towards the chair. If he was going to go for the chair, he should have gone much sooner. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, there wasn't much. At this point, there wasn't really much the survivors can do. It's going to be able to push the hunter away, and it's going to be able to push the hunter one more time. He doesn't have any magnets left, so he's just going to be eating this hit, and will be able to down this prospector. Now the hunter, oh, looks like the survivors will surrender, and Kale is able to move up.
狙击倒11.33次，也是拿到了第一次的最佳，就是 SW 获胜。第三场 RD 250直接抬走，
焦灼的也有那种快刀斩乱麻，这说明双方的。
看一下明天的晋级图，半决赛是由 PT 对阵 SW， 则是其他2场的胜者互相对垒去角逐最后。